Hi, my name's Billy Floyd. That is
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the KitchenKillaz from Orlando, Florida. Classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchens around the country. We do it every Friday. We do it. And tonight we have some maniacs in the kitchen tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Call them maniacs?
Oh, yeah, I would. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. Now do me and the Commodore a solid and prepare your minds, bellies, and souls, ladies and gentlemen, for the show is about to begin. Oh, what's up, everybody? Hello, hello, and welcome. It is Monday. It is May 30th. That's right. Happy. I don't want to say happy, but I hope you guys enjoyed your Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day. There's a big difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that has contributed, family, friends, and people that you've known and loved that have contributed to our ability to be free and incredible Americans. So it's good to see everybody tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. The great Commodore is on the way, I imagine. He's a busy guy, so he should be here shortly. And we wanted to say hello to everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day. What's up, Michelle Hess? Good to see you. That might be him. Let's find out. So it's good to see you guys. Most certainly appreciate you dropping in while Luke and Leia lose their minds. We're going to figure out what's going on. Crazy guys. It might just be because everybody's out front. What up, Willow Schuyler? Good to see you, love. We had a great week. It was such an awesome week that we had last week. A huge shout out to everybody that contributed. We had MegaCon just a week ago, which was nuts to think that it was a week ago already. A friend asked me today, "Hey, how's your weekend going?" I said, "Oh, what did I do last weekend?" That was MegaCon. So a huge shout out to everybody that made MegaCon awesome. There's Jessby looking cute. And there's Luke. Oh, yeah. We had a good day today. Had some good friends over. So we had a nice little gathering of amazing souls and hearts. And it was a pretty good time, man. We had a good time. Last Monday was a great wrap-up. Thank you guys very much. The Commodore and I were still kind of healing from MegaCon, so we took it very easy. We made a very, very chill and relaxing Monday. Had a nice wrap-up, so thank you guys for joining us on that, which was really cool. Tuesday was a super chill day as well. Just took it kind of easy, trying to get back to basics, get back to everything. We still had everything unpacked from the chaos of MegaCon over the weekend. So we hope you guys had a good Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have Tuesday things that you do every week. I feel at certain points of our lives we have regimented things that happen which enable us to balance all the plates that we spin on the sticks. So it was good to do that. Tuesday was a nice, relaxing evening. Got to chill out, had some dinner, watched some movies, relaxed, kind of disassociated and disconnected, and just kind of vibed. Wednesday was really cool. We're normally at Castledor Studios on Wednesday nights, the last Wednesday of each month. This past Wednesday, we were not able to do that. Castledor, Zach and Alyssa, super busy. We were still coming kind of down from MegaCon, so we were able to reschedule that for another Wednesday. But we did Wednesday here last week, which was really nice. It was still a public broadcast. We usually do that the last Wednesday of every month. We do that. And normally every Wednesday is a Patreon show only, where it's just for our Patreon members, brand new music, new songs, new covers, challenges, all that good stuff. They go directly to our Patreon users. So they're the ones that actually fuel the entire project when it comes to the monetary ability that it takes to run a business. So our Patreon members get a free show every Wednesday. Last Wednesday we play from Castledor. The last Wednesday every month. This past Wednesday, a little different. Schedules didn't work out perfectly, so we should be stepping into Castledor either this Wednesday or next Wednesday, which I'm looking forward to because it's always great going to Castledor Studios and seeing Zach and Alyssa and just kind of vibing with them. They're just great people, and they also manage a studio, which is what a great coincidence, which is super cool. Yeah, man. This past Thursday was pretty busy, and I gotta say the week went by really fast, really fast. And I think it was that kind of, have you ever been on vacation? When you get back from vacation, you're tired from your vacation, so you feel like you need another vacation, and the next couple of days just happen kind of in a blur because you're coming back from being really tired, and the next thing you know, it's the weekend again, and here we are. So really good timing though. Everybody had, not everybody, but a lot of people had today off to be able to kind of like vibe and relax and think and be thankful. All that good stuff. So it was nice to have this 3-day weekend after such a chaotic. Gallagher Huntington, what's up, my dude? Having such a nice long weekend after a recovering week after a chaotic weekend, which was MegaCon. So this past Thursday was super chill as well. Really relaxing. We had a good day. We just kind of prepped for our Friday show, went through our songs and kind of relaxed. We went to see our good friends Bill and Tracy, Bill Keevan and Tracy Perry. They performed at Fringe Festival this year, which was absolutely incredible. And to see them perform, we've known Bill Keevan and Tracy Perry for a couple of years now. Incredible people. Some of my favorites, in amazing energy, just absolutely out there, super, super creative, very witty, very smart, very quick. It's always a pleasure to spend time and hang out with them. So they had a performance at Fringe Festival, Bill and Tracy alone, which were really great. It was written by their good friend David. They performed the entire thing. It was about 45 minutes long, and it was nonstop wit and humor, and it's just a bounce back and forth, a theory and the ideology behind it. The story behind it was incredibly creative. It was really, really awesome to see Bill Keevan and Tracy Perry in that aspect. It was absolutely incredible, so we were really, really happy to do that. And it was excellent to support them. They were very busy, and they even spent a little time after the show to come out and say hello and say thank you. Even if it was just a couple seconds, I was very, very grateful that they were able to take a little time and come out and say hello. So this past Friday was awesome. We were hanging out with attorney Erin Morse and her husband Sam Orton, Smoking Sam Orton. And Sam put on quite a spread this past Friday, which was really good. So it was incredible. And we walked you guys through a lot of the ingredients, the recipes, how to make everything, aside from the secret seasonings that Sam used on his ribs. But we walked you guys through temperature, we work you guys through duration, prep, all that good stuff. He makes some really, really great stuff. So the macaroni and cheese for that homemade cheese roux, which was amazing. Then we had the barbecue ribs, which was awesome. We had the pulled pork, which was great. We had the smoked salmon, which was amazing. One of my favorite menus that we've had in a really, really long time. And Smoking Sam Morton put on the show. So we did our best to consume as much knowledge from him as possible. He's been doing it for quite some time. And after a period of time, people can be a little possessive about the knowledge that they've attained through their hard work. And I get that. You don't want to share all your secrets with everybody. However, Smoking Sam Morton gave some incredible information on how to be just an absolute master when it comes to working with a smoker. I learned a lot. I started asking questions as soon as I got there. Temperature. How do you do it? Where's this come from? Where's this come from? How does all this work? So it was really, really awesome to be able to kind of see that and kind of work through that and make that all kind of vibe with everybody, which was really great, man. So we had a really good time. This past Friday was absolutely incredible. Just some amazing people. A lot of fun. The energy was awesome. Patricio Solano, my good friend, with A Side of Chaos, made it all happen. He got us together with Aaron and Sam, which was a lot of fun. And again, a really, really great show. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a fun set list as well. Energy was really great. Sam was awesome. Aaron was awesome. The food was incredible. The great Commodore was just crushing the food. Every time he would get a little bite, it was gone, and it was gone fast. So we were really, really happy to be there, and we learned so much from Sam. It was so much fun spending time with Erin and the entire crew that she had there from her law firm. So Kyle and Becca were super, super sweet. Dee Dee was very, very sweet. Everybody was really nice. They got along. The food was really great, and everybody seemed to have just a genuinely good time, which is my favorite part about it. It was a smaller crowd, but the quality was absolutely amazing. Everybody just incredible. Super respectful, which was really great, and the food was absolutely to die for. And Sam was such an awesome host. He created the food he made was so great. He walked everybody through exactly how to make it. Again, aside from some secret seasonings that he uses on his ribs, and he was very humble about the entire experience, which was also kind of on brand for Sam. He's a very, very humble guy, but incredibly gifted. We even showed a painting that he had made. We found a painting in the garage that I saw. I said, "Where did that come from?" And he said, "I made this." I said, "This is beautiful. Can we show it on the show?" Because it was incredible. He says, "Yeah, absolutely." And it's very Bob Ross-ish. So he just made it. He watched a YouTube video and made a Bob Ross painting-ish, which is really nice. They walked me throughout the house and showed me some other artwork that Sam had done. Incredibly skilled. I mean, this guy's great. He's great behind the smoker, great behind the grill, really good in the kitchen. He's a mason. He does a lot of handiwork. He does a lot of carpentry, and he's a diesel mechanic. The dude's just awesome. And his personality was electrifying. He's so chill, so calm, so relaxed and humble, full of knowledge and patience. What an amazing person it was to spend some time with Sam. I've met Sam before, but it was really, really good to spend that much time with him. It was really great. Smoking Sam Morton, we gave him a name. That's right, because that's exactly what he was doing. But Friday was a lot of fun. So a huge shout out to attorney Aaron Morse, to Patricio Solano, the entire Aaron Morse law team, and then to Smoke and Sam Morton. Grandpa Ed I met, which was fantastic, and little baby Lily, one of the cutest babies on the face of the planet. It was a lot of fun, and I thank everybody for being there. The great Commodore, myself, Jess B, we made it happen. So it was really great to have such a good team to get there, get everything set up, and just kind of rock and rolling. Exactly, Gunter. Gallagher Huntington. So yeah, Mama Floyd, good to see you. Josh Mullis in the house. Brittany Rose, what's up, girl? Willow Skylar, Colin Nunez. Good to see everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We have one person joining us from Twitch. What's up, our Twitch viewer? We have one person from YouTube. I imagine that is still Willow Skylar. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. And we have 7 people from Facebook. So we're really, really excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. This week. We have a great show coming up this Friday, which is going to be really good. Our good friend Chris and Patricio will be right here in this kitchen, and they will be creating a recipe that I believe Chris found on TikTok. So if you guys aren't on TikTok, check it out. The algorithm is specifically designed information for you to consume, so your TikTok is not going to be the same as my TikTok, and they make some really good decisions. So I'm on food TikTok because I love food, and Chris sent me a video, and it was incredible. So we're going to see if we can replicate that this Friday on the show right here. Patricio and Chris will be here seeing if they can replicate this incredible viral TikTok video that they saw and they sent me. And the recipe is absolutely outstanding. We'll talk about that more on Wednesday. So that's right. Patricio is a sexy beast, Gallagher Huntington. I agree 100%. So yeah, man, this Friday should be a lot of fun. We had a great weekend. This past Saturday was, man, what did we do this past Saturday? It was pretty busy. We were moving and grooving, getting ready for today. We were super busy. Oh, it was the garage day. Ooh, John Haverson came over. We got my cruise control fixed. What? John Haverson is a man. Listen, I've already told you he's one of the best electricians on the face of the planet. So my man John Haverson came over and he rocked it like Docket. We also had Mike Conway come by. It was really great to see Mike. So we did. Yeah, if you want to put him in the Google Drive. In the drive, I will check. So yeah, man, this past Saturday was actually super busy. We went to see Top Gun. I totally forgot about that. Top Gun was freaking amazing, dude. If you guys haven't seen Top Gun, please go see it. Top Gun Maverick, absolutely fantastic, freaking credible. A great sequel. You'll see the reviews are positive. That's absolutely amazing. So it was really awesome to see. We went with 12 people. We got together. We bought out an entire row. And we got to hang out with some really amazing people on Saturday for Top Gun, which was just freaking awesome. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Everybody seemed to really enjoy it, and we do have some photos, so I'm going to start bringing some photos up. Oh, we're getting crazy, guys. I'm just going to start showing some photos from Friday. I don't know what order these are in. I have no idea. What's up? Oh, yeah, grab the microphone. So I'm going to do a little, what's up? This is Jess B. Hi, Jess B. So we're going to share a screen. Let's share a screen. It's going to be fantastic. Let's go to a little Chrome tab. Mark Newport. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, dude. Oh, Mark Newport, fantastic cosplayer. Really, really great to see you, Mark. So let's chat about Aaron Morse on Friday night. Also true. So here we go. Yeah, the Commodore is out on assignment. My good friend Brittany Rose. So he saw Top Gun. He's like, I'm joining the Air Force. Stand by. Now try that.
Commodore saw Top Gun, and he was like, I am
real close.
Out of here.
You want your lips to brush against the... Yeah, just against that's how close you want to be. You want that sultry sound.
Crashing.
That's right. This is Jess B. She's crashing. So yeah, man, let's rock some of these photos from Friday night. I don't know where this one came from, but you definitely got me surprised. And my hands in my pocket. That's weird. Also, I forgot about the charcuterie board they created.
There were several.
Man, there is attorney Aaron Morse right back there. I didn't get to try anything. I did have a gherkin. I had a small pickle. It looked delicious.
It was a dill gherkin, which was good.
A dill gherkin.
There were several different kinds of gherkins.
Several gherkins.
She had assembled numerous.
Are they in here somewhere? Is there a photo?
I think I just specialize in taking photos of you with your eyes closed.
So let's go photo to photo. This is pre-show. I imagine looks like we're ready to go. You can see our tripod. Correct. You can see our setup. There's a bit of a charcuterie board right there. Aaron Morse running them out a million miles an hour. Great hostess.
What we can see in the bottom left is
the remnants.
It's a nice French baguette. There's a dill Dijon mustard.
That was good. I see some gherkins.
Yes.
And I see, what are those just little chips right there? Light little wafer chips?
Correct. Those were more like garlic herb crackers.
Gotcha. You got me and Sam's eyes closed at the same time.
I just have to say, I excel at photography. I am so good. You know, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
I love it. That is Smoking Sam Orton right there.
Correct.
He's rocking the cook's apron.
I think that what I was going for with this is that I always take terrible photos of Commodore.
This is a good photo. Looks like he's about to kiss somebody.
He looks good.
He looks great.
He looks good.
He's a buff dude. Look at his muscles. Look at the shading on his left arm right there by his bicep.
There it goes.
He's a good looking dude.
He's good. And also look at the reflection in the microwave.
Yeah, me and Sam both our eyes closed. That's good.
Happiness.
That's good. That's good. Those are good smiles right there.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
That's the garlic herb cracker.
Ooh, the garlic herb cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And in the background, you can see that dill Dijon mustard,
Ooh,
and then there's also
Dijon.
a peppered sopressata back there.
A sopressata. That sounds fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we had sopressata. We're fancy bitches.
Oh yeah.
We're bougie. There you go.
So yeah, there's the peppered salami.
Peppered salami. Some grapes.
Sharp cheddar.
What are these back here? These little cashews.
Cashews.
Some gherkins. This looks like a little prosciutto maybe over here. What is this right here?
That actually is a sopressata.
Ooh, a sopressana. Two different types of cheese. Ooh, with a T. Sopressata.
Sata. There's
Sata.
no N. Sopressata.
I like sopressata. It sounds fancy.
That's okay. You do what you
Sopressata.
do. You like it.
Your sopressata. Ooh, the smoked brie.
The smoked brie.
That's right. I forgot about this. Man, I thought we lost the Commodore on this one, and once he had one bite, I didn't think he was coming back.
It was funny because like he typically will eat during the show, but he ate a lot more of that during the show than he has ever. Like it would be a downtime, and he'd be like down tuning, or he'd like go off screen to like,
bread. And what was this? What kind of jam was this? Peach?
Yes, it was a peach jam. Everything tastes like ribs too, so you have to understand that they were smoking the brie together in the same.
Yeah, it was all smoked together in the same smoker.
Smoking the meat, so it tasted very meaty.
Yeah, the ribs,
fantastic.
The brisket or the pulled pork. Sorry, the ribs, the pulled pork, the smoked salmon. And Sam started 5 hours before the show, so he started at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then everything was pretty much ready about halfway through the show. So 3:30 he started, 9:30, which that's 6 hours. It was ready to rock and roll. And the smoke brie didn't take very long because he operated at 250 degrees. He burned what's called a clean smoke. I learned a lot. And the smoke brie was one of the things that he brought out and bestowed upon us. And that's when we thought we were going to lose the Commodore. That was it. I was like, okay, we're done here. He's not coming back.
Yeah, I think he was mostly just like, oh, this is right across from where I'm playing, and
I
kept like dishing him up little snackies and bites, and I kept being like,
here we go.
Here you go.
That's right, the mac and cheese. He did the smoked mac and cheese too. This is a great shot.
Well, no, I went out to take this photo, and he was like, his exact response was, "This is the photo that you want to take."
Yeah.
You can see it on his face. And I was like, hey, you know what? Honestly, like we're out here living, laughing, loving. Everything is great.
We had the mac and cheese. We had the smoked salmon. You can see all these things right here. So we had the mac and cheese, the smoked salmon, 2 fillets. Then we had the ribs here up front.
That salmon was spectacular.
That salmon was
We've been
incredible.
Talking a lot about like the other, the ancillary items.
One of my favorites was that salmon.
The salmon was fantastic.
Yeah.
The mouthfeel was great. It had a fantastic texture.
There's another really good shot right there, and it filleted perfectly. The teriyaki on it, or whatever that was so good.
Very meaty.
And it wasn't super gamey. It was very light. It was. I don't want to say fragile as in the texture of it was fragile, but the flavor wasn't overpowering at all. Like everything complemented each other really, really well. And it was
flaky.
Yeah, it was flaky.
But also fatty and delicious and yummy and like hearty.
Sweet, buttery.
Yeah,
I don't really think
I've had salmon like that recently.
Yeah, it was really, really tasty. Sam did such a great job. And back here was the Smoking Sam Orton salmon.
He did a good job with the salmon.
Salmon. This was the 14 pounds of macaroni and cheese that he made from a homemade roux, which he walked us through in the very beginning of the show. Add this cheese, add this cheese, add this butter, add this milk, and you want to focus on the roux. If you mess up your roux, you're going to mess up the whole dish. So he's like, just focus on the roux and make sure you get it right.
If you mess it up, you will roux.
You will rue the day. So here we go.
I don't even know. This is.
Should we
Sometimes I off camera, like I catch Commodore doing things.
I gotcha.
And that was one of those
let's solo this out real quick,
funny.
and what I'll do is I'll stop sharing this one, and then I want to make sure I'm actually going to share the audio with it as well. So if we jump over to StreamYard, let's go down to share, share screen. Let's go to Chrome tab. Let's go ahead and give it the old wackadoo here. We're going to share tab audio share. I don't know what this is going to sound like, but we're going to find out. Let us know if you guys can hear this, okay? There may not be any sound. We have no idea what's happening. Oh, this is during show.
Yeah, it was during show.
It sounds like Drive.
Fantastic. I'm excited about these ribs. Ribs are my second favorite food on the face of the planet. So I'm really excited.
Wow, fantastic. That was a good little behind-the-scene action, little B-roll.
I actually
that was
have
great.
a lot of that with Commodore because, like, I'll catch his eye, like, when he's playing, and he and I will be in a moment where I'll be like, oh, man, you were not a part of this. Sometimes.
Oh, man.
Where it's like they're doing, because they were doing their own live feed during the show.
Yeah. They were streaming as well.
Balance not only what we do for KK, but also, being live on their blog.
Yeah, at the same time.
And so it was just like not knowing where to look at like
hodgepodge
your camera or
of
like their camera with the ring light and all that. And Commodore's just doing what he does where he's like, I'm going to tune the guitar,
Yeah, I want to play that again because I think that was Drive.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yep. Dude, look at the attention. He sees the opening, boom, he walks right in. He knows exactly what's going on.
Because it's like
that was great.
I like those moments where I can see him being really goofy.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, that's who he is, and it's really fun.
I agree, Gallagher Huntington. A good roux is a staple to most occasion cooking. Not that you need me to agree, but I would say this. I think a good roux is a staple to a lot of things, and I would say when it comes to Cajun cooking, there's so many things that are made in the Cajun aspect that come from the quality of the roux originally made. There's so many dishes in the Cajun menu that is created from a roux. So if you mess that roux up, and like Sam was saying, if you mess the roux up, you might as well just start over because it's going to ruin everything. 27 pounds of mac and cheese, kids. There it is. Dude, this macaroni and cheese was really, really awesome.
Did you just say
super
macaroni
and cheese?
Yeah.
Well, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the macaroons. Macaroni and cheese. But again, it had that smoked flavor.
Correct.
250 degrees in the smoker. Everything was indirect heat, so we had the apple wood burning in the right-hand smoke box. He kept the doors open to make sure that he was able to maintain his heat, and he also kept the fire burning so it would be a smokeless smoke. So you could smoke the food, but you didn't have any smoke, which could give kind of like a bitter taste to the food. And the way you do that is by keeping the fire burning hot. So if the fire continues to burn, it burns up everything that creates smoke, so you just get the heat. If you let the fire go out, then what you start getting is smoke, which he's saying you actually don't want to do because it's going to make the proteins really bitter. So, and the fact that everything that he made in the same smoker as everything else, everything kind of had that consistency to it where you could taste the proteins. Like the macaroni and cheese, the salmon, the ribs, the pulled pork, everything was made in the smoked brie. Everything was made in the same smoker. So it all had that kind of intricate click to it or link to it. It kind of kept the consistency with everything of having that smoked protein barbecue kind of flavor, which was incredible. These he made in the oven.
On behalf of Commodore, I'd like to say...
What's up, Trent? Man, let me tell you. And the Commodore at one point he didn't like Brussels sprouts when he was a kid. He just I don't think he had the best experience with the best quality of Brussels sprouts. So like myself with spinach in the very beginning, I only had a certain type of spinach, which again, when growing up, we weren't rich, we weren't poor, but we got green giant spinach. Everything was canned. Classic. I thought that's what spinach was. So I always associated spinach with spinach until I saw it cooked fresh one time, and I was like, what is that? And they said, this is spinach. And I ate it. I'm like, this is amazing. I think he had a very similar experience with Brussels sprouts.
I can attest to that myself. I think these were special in that they had the balsamic vinegar on them.
That's right. I did, Gallagher. I learned a lot, dude. I asked so many freaking questions. He said Billy learned something about smoking on a grill.
Well,
dude,
it's also like he knows to not that he knows to ask, but like he delights in asking.
Oh yeah.
Like one thing that I love about you is literally like you want to know.
Oh, I want to know.
You just want to know.
Yeah, and
like what's good.
Part of it is yes for the show, but part of it is like I love to cook and I love to entertain. I love to have people over. I love to cook for people. I literally have a smoker I'm looking at right now through the window. And I want to get
smoking things from time to time.
And I want to get better and better and better at it. Alexa, turn on the studio. Sorry.
There she go. Oh, hang on.
Sorry, it might get bright. Boom. Now we look like true professionals. You feel better about that? You don't like that? Did you feel like you were hiding in the shadows?
Oh, no. I just thought I was like, I'm pretty either way. Just kidding.
Which is true.
It's
true.
I'm being vain.
No, it's fun.
But like with specific regard to the Brussels sprouts, I think that Commodore is a person who's had Brussels sprouts often, as we maybe all have at this point in our late 30s, early 40s, or 20s, as if I'm speaking for myself. But those were fantastic because they were all crispy, they were crunchy, they were.
Dude, I didn't realize that zooming in that close was going to make the picture that big. I kind of want to. I want to lick my TV screen right now.
Interesting that
looks awesome.
A professional IT person, you did not realize that.
Oh, hey man, I hit the buttons. I hit the buttons. I didn't know it would make it that big. I'm glad it did. That's in my mind. That's what I was hoping for, but I had no idea that's what how it was going to translate. Get out of here. So it's a. So yeah, these are really good. These Brussels sprouts are absolutely incredible, man. They were awesome, and I loved one of my favorite parts about this, and I think you just brought it up, was those individual leaves of crispy Brussels sprout, which were there. So like after you would take the sprout, those external leaves they kind of fall off, but they kind of crisp, and they're barbecue, and they're smoked, and they're delicious, and it has the balsamic vinaigrette all over it.
And also I think sometimes
very
like
good.
when you're a person who's in like that deep of like a meat and carb situation with regard to a dinner.
Yeah.
It is a relief to see a vegetable, and you were like, thank God,
sure.
I want to delight in this.
Yeah,
to be
it was
honest
really
with you.
good.
And like sometimes, if the typical barbecue fare would be, a collard green or a mustard green of some sort, and those are really easy to also taste the exact same, or to just like fall short. But a Brussels sprout is like.
Yeah, it has the texture. There's a lot of different flavors in a Brussels sprout. If you cook a Brussels sprout well, you don't really need a lot of seasoning because the Brussels sprout itself has a good flavor.
Like that's a fantastic vegetarian option.
Really good, really
so
good
hearty.
proteins. I think my dad actually got me into Brussels sprouts. He didn't eat Brussels sprouts for 50 years. And then he watched Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drives with Guy Fieri. Saw them making roasted Brussels sprouts. He was like, I'll be right back. So he went to the store, got Brussels sprouts, came back, cut them in half, seasoned them, put them in the oven, and fell in love immediately. And I was like,
Billy, it's a tiny cabbage.
It's tiny little cabbage. And I like cabbage. So these were the roasted Brussels sprouts that Sam made were really great. It was 425 degrees in the oven. And again, you just watch it. You just monitor it. Like, that's it. Just don't walk away. He said the same thing about the smoker. You just don't abandon it. Like, if you walk in and grab something, get what you need and get back out to the smoker, because you have to maintain it. It's not something where it's like an oven where you can put something in, or a slow smoker, or a slow cooker where you put something in for 6 hours and you can go to work. So especially with the fire, like in the smoker, he was actively maintaining a specific heat by utilizing certain size logs to make sure that the fire continued to burn and burn clean. He managed it and managed it and managed it. He did the same thing with the roux with the macaroni and cheese. He did the same thing with the Brussels sprouts. He was just kind of walking you through exactly how to make it, and they were dynamite. Absolutely. Probably top two were the Brussels sprouts.
I would agree.
Top two.
I would agree.
Absolutely awesome. Really, really great. He did such a great job.
I think because I've had a lot of Brussels sprouts, right? Some of them fried, some of them pan roasted, some of them oven roasted.
Yeah.
I oven roast Brussels sprouts all the time.
Bro, great shot.
We haven't even gotten to the ribs yet.
Oh, get right out of here. Look at this.
Look at you. Look how happy Commodore is. You're screaming.
Oh.
You're absolutely beside
People
yourself.
need to understand how awesome this is. Like, look at it! Look at this rib!
Look at the fat marbling throughout that rib.
I mean, it was so good. It was perfectly smoked.
Honestly,
it was super
Commodore,
freaking tender.
his face, he could just be saying, she said yes.
Yeah, you could really...
You know what I mean?
This is such a great advertisement. We could Photoshop anything.
Yeah.
In his fingers right there, and look at that happy, just genuine smile.
He's like, what do I got to do to get you
face.
into a new Subaru Forester today?
But I got to tell you, and Sam walked us through how he made his ribs as well. Walked us through the entire thing. And again, it's slow and low, man. Take your time. 250 degrees. Make sure. Now, what he did a couple different layers, and Aaron was very, very... Sam was like, oh, it's no big deal. Aaron's like, no. Like, you had all these specific seasonings you want to do. He did a layer of honey, and then he did a personalized seasoning blend that he created. Then he did like another real thin layer of honey. Then he did another layer of personalized seasoning that he had to get from like 2 different stores.
Aaron does not like when Sam downplays.
Oh, dude, I don't like when he downplays it either, man.
She's like,
I agree.
She's not into it.
Let's look at that smoke ring, Trent. Trent goes, look at that smoke ring.
Look at that bad boy.
That's sexy right there. Nice smoke ring, right? Dude, Smoking Sam Orton. he didn't just get this name because he wasn't good at it.
It's not just fun with alliteration. Like oftentimes it'll be like, we'll have a good time with like, the repetition of the consonant sound.
That's true.
But in this instance, it was
warranted. It was legit.
It was warranted.
It was legit. He was awesome. Working with Sam was awesome. And again, just a super quality product. And again, it starts with a couple different things: knowledge and really great ingredients. Also
the desire to do well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And he's so passionate about, like, you could see the level of intensity on the Commodore's face and his happiness, the level of intensity on my face, because I need people to understand how absolutely amazing this rib is right here. Like, people need to understand. Like, it's not...
This is like
a lot of people mess up a lot of racks of ribs to get something that good.
I haven't seen a facial expression like this.
Yeah.
Since JFK and the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's all I'm gonna say.
Which one, Jay or myself?
You.
Okay, yeah.
Jay's
I
like,
agree.
Everything is wonderful.
Yeah, the great Commodore. Look at that, man. Look at that. Sam did such a great job. Great pictures, by the way. Really, really good. Here's me asking. Sam's a couple of gigglings in.
It was okay to share the photo.
Yeah. Oh, the painting.
Picture, the
painting.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
You're
man.
like, would it be?
Yeah. Would it be okay? I asked him in the garage, and I think he was just kind of in there.
He was in his
I think
zone.
He was pacifying me a little bit. He's like, oh yeah, man, no problem. But like,
no
I'm doing
that
it, dude.
That was fantastic.
I'm doing it.
Frame that
looked
photo
so
in my
good.
house.
Yeah. It looks so good.
Painting.
And it was a perfect little segue because for some reason we were talking about something on the counter.
Correct.
And how it was artful. And I was like, speaking of.
Well, he did the entire backsplash himself.
That's
he
right.
did all the paneling.
Yep.
Erin wanted her refrigerator
paneled,
and they told her it couldn't be done, and
That's
she
true.
was like, bullshit, have you met my husband?
Watch Sam do this.
Yeah, and so I think you were kind of touching upon that, and then you were like, also
since
you're
such a creative guy. Yep.
And may I please?
Yeah, I saw it in the garage. I said, man, that's incredible, Sam. Can we talk about that on the show? Like, because
he was like, I just did this in 15 minutes. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm like, it really matters because you did it in 15 minutes, homie.
I feel like
it's great.
This was a feature of Sam.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a feature of food. Like, we talked about what he did in the kitchen, that he's a diesel mechanic. We talked about his painting. We talked about his cooking. We talked about the if you go into the master bathroom, you'll see a dual vanity that Sam repurposed from a dresser from like the early 1900s. And Erin wanted it, and Sam made it happen. And so, like, Friday night, I felt was kind of a tribute to Sam because he's just such a skilled individual and at the same time creating such a warm household, such incredible food, just made with a lot of love and knowledge and decisiveness, like a lot of pride.
Well, something I think is interesting if you want to get into the minutia of it is like
what's up, Carolyn?
Like the mechanics of cooking and the mechanics of
what's up, Lainey Lerner? Good to see
literally
you.
being a mechanic.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know, like what are the intricacies there? And like, you know, there are some common denominators, I'm sure, like attention to detail.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Obviously ingredients, aka tools.
Yeah. And again,
it makes a lot of sense.
He had the right tools. Yeah. He had the knowledge. He put it to work, and he had just a great outcome. There's some amazing shots on the video where we get really close to these ribs. We couldn't even touch them yet because they were still hot. He was like, you got to let them rest. And it was hard for me. I just kept holding on to the tripod because I knew if I put it down, I would risk. Listen, I have restaurant fingertips. I don't feel this anyway. I can manage that. And I would just while I ate the rib because it would totally be worth it. 100% be worth it. But that's a great shot of Sam while we're getting ready to ask him about his painting. I think he agreed here and he realized what happened. And there's, oh my gosh.
Erin is the official taste tester for every dish. Sam wouldn't let anyone touch anything. He's like, it's got to go by Erin.
Got to go by Erin first.
Erin.
Yeah, got to go by Erin first.
I don't want to bother you. Can you please eat this really quickly?
And there she is eating it.
And she would be like, yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, she got a little roasty toasty, man, which is awesome. Everybody had a good time, dude.
I like a little teeny, like a little.
I got to say, this is a family law attorney, Erin Morse, and you're not going to find a better, stronger, more efficient, effective, powerful,
knowledgeable
person. They could stand next to you in court and represent you in a family law case. Like, we know Erin personally. With that same intensity that she has at work with her clientele, she has in her everyday life. So you know there's a consistency of determination and intensity and clarity when it comes there. And she is a no bullshit kind of woman.
She's a deeply intelligent,
deeply
brilliant woman.
Absolutely brilliant. I think her and Sam are such a fantastic pair. You know, I really, really do. And like, we've met a lot of people on this journey. I've met a lot of people throughout my life, and it's very, very interesting to have met Aaron and met Sam together, and they complement each other really, really well. So it was awesome to watch them work together as a team. And as take charge as Sam is, when Aaron has that leadership role, Sam is such a great wingman. And when Sam has a leadership role, Aaron is such a great wingwoman. Like, they really support each other, and it was nice to see that. But Aaron will keep Sam on his toes, and she has no problem being 100% honest with everybody with anything.
I think, like, I like her because it's so nice to be around somebody who just, like, gasses you up and, like, gives you, like, the energy to be like, hey, you know, I know what isn't good for me. And what's good for me right now is this brie cheese that's been smoked. And also maybe what's not good for me is like reaching out to somebody that I dated for a long time that it didn't work out.
Uh-oh. There he is! The Commodore back from assignment. A round of applause to Jess B for being a wonderful fill-in. Incredible. She brought a level of sexiness in the Commodore, and I just don't have. Very, very good. We were just going over this shot right here of attorney Aaron Morse.
That says so much about her personality.
Yeah, that's what you're just saying.
I totally agree with you. That's amazing.
Oh man, that's what we were just. You're like, yep, there's Aaron right there.
That's her.
There she
Aaron
is.
Morse, in a nutshell, right there. God, I love her.
And there you are in the back. Yeah, yo. Is that the salmon? What were you going after back here? What was back there when she was macaroni and cheesing it up?
That tin right there is salmon.
Yeah.
And then right next to it was the Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprout. We were just talking about the the Brussels sprouts. Oh, also we talked about this. Look how happy you are,
bro. Those ribs were fantastic.
Yeah. Here's the Brussels sprouts we were talking about. Uh-huh. I zoomed in like this, and I was like, I wonder what this looks like live. I was like, God damn. Okay. I always get pics of like you on the sidebar, but I don't ever like put them in the chat. Oh, we got them. We got a little video of you too, a little 19-second video of you. It looked like you were might have playing Drive while we were like talking and we were doing stuff. You were just kind of warming up a little bit, like bebopping around. But yeah, man, this zooms in super fast. I didn't realize it was going to do that. I kind of like that as a background. And that's a really tasty background right there. See, we chatted about that. We talked about this, just the intensity on both of our faces. You're like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, it's so good.
Yo,
look how good this is.
That smile that I have on my face right there, I had that many times that night.
Yeah.
That was me for a good portion of the show. It was amazing.
Oh man, it was
Great job,
good.
Sam.
Oh yeah, Sam crushed it. Smoking Sam Orton, baby. We talked about this. There it is. The look. The absolute look. There we go. Wow, what a great shot. Great shot of those ribs right there, man. So again, he just crushed it. Smoking Sam Orton did such a good job. I think this is before, because they went quick. They went fast. Now, granted, there was somebody that took 27 to-go dishes home with them before waiting to see if anybody else was actually going to have some food, but whatever. No problem. To each your own. To each your own. They're not my ribs. Take whatever you want. No big deal. It's not
what's
my
up,
house.
Trent?
Yeah, what's up, TT? TH. So good to see you, T-Rent. So, yeah, man, those ribs were incredible. Awesome. And you could see how happy the Commodore was just a couple pictures before.
And I'm not a ribs guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a ribs guy. Like, yes, they taste good.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoy them, but it's not like my go-to. Like it's
getting
not
close.
Oh, they have ribs. I want to have some. But
there's another background for you.
In the spirit of the evening, I had to try the ribs.
Gotta try the ribs.
They were freaking amazing.
Yeah, man, they look really good.
They were really good.
I had them cold and they were good. Like when they first came out, they were just too hot, and they're like, "No, bro, don't touch them. Leave them alone." I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work for me.
You blink your eyes and they're cold.
And they're cold. That's it. But they were really good, man. And again, 250 degrees in the smoker. He smoked them for like 4 hours. You know, and he did that. He did a little layer of honey. He did a personalized Smoking Sam Orton seasoning, which is a combination of things he couldn't tell us about. He did another. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Did another layer of honey, another thing of seasoning, wrapped him up in the aluminum foil, put him in the smoker, indirect heat, 250 degrees, where he kept the smokeless, the clean smoke.
That's what I learned.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
I didn't know that.
I had no idea. I didn't even know that was something to do. I was like, how? What? Okay.
Because right before he said that, I watched the main pipe off of where the food was. I watched it, and there was hot air coming out clearly, but I didn't see any smoke. And I was like, that's weird. I thought we were smoking things.
Yeah. I literally thought they were being smoked. I thought the meat, it gets its heat from the smoke. that is created, and I figured I would see the smoke.
Nope, just the carcinogens.
Yep, indirect heat, kids. Indirect heat. So it's all the carcinogens are actually burned off with a clean fire. That's what he was trying to say.
Which is what he explained to us, and we both learned
I didn't know
that night.
I thought it was cooked with carcinogens. I was like, it's no
Cooking
problem.
with carcinogens.
Listen, I'm going to die one day. It might as well be from barbecue ribs.
Amen.
We chatted about the macaroni and cheese. It was like 27 pounds of macaroni and cheese he made from a personalized roux. Which was awesome. And then I was like, oh, how did you choose these noodles? He's like, they were buy one, get one free. I was like, oh.
Publix.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was like a certain type of noodle. He's like, well, I'll get this kind of noodle because... No, it was just buy one, get one free.
There are two types of noodles that I really like.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it. Like the penne pasta, because the sauce gets stuck in it, and it's ribbed on the outside, so it catches a lot of the sauce as well.
Penne.
And
That's
then
really good.
the spirals. Because the sauce gets caught in between
the
spirals as well.
That's really good,
you want a pasta
too.
that holds the sauce.
Yeah. I don't want to just eat pasta with like sauce juice on it. You know, like I want a robust flavor.
That's why I don't like when people oil their pasta.
Yeah.
Like don't put oil on the pasta.
Don't do that. All the sauce is going to slide off. You're going to be eating just oily pasta.
You're going to eat pasta and then
have a
pick
plate
up a whole
full of sauce.
He gets it.
It's so inefficient.
He freaking gets it.
It doesn't make sense. I didn't even think about that. Like, why are you oiling your pasta? Why would you do
I don't do that.
Terrible idea.
Because it'll get sticky. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yes.
Smoked salmon. Again, this was teriyaki, I think. Did he do a teriyaki with the smoked salmon?
I don't recall tasting teriyaki.
What else did we have? We had the green beans.
We had green beans?
Oh, I had a lot of those green beans.
We had green beans?
Yeah. We had green. No, wait. I had green beans yesterday. That was at Pig Floyd's. They were fantastic, too.
I didn't have... Yeah, we didn't have green beans.
Bro.
We had the Brussels sprouts, the mac and cheese, the salmon, and the ribs. Yeah,
man, and the salmon was awesome. And I'm not a huge fish fan. Like I like salmon, but I'd say maybe in my top 10. I don't think it would make it into my top 5.
Okay.
But this was
as far as meats or proteins.
Yeah, overall.
Okay.
You know, so blue crab's number 1, ribs number 2, 3 kind of gets blurry. Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter after those two.
No, not really. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Seafood definitely populates your top 10.
Oh yeah, seafood.
Because I know you love scallops.
Oh yeah,
I know
scallops
you love
good. Like
blue crab.
Any
kind of crab,
number 1.
really.
Like I like pretty much a steamed pot. You know, shrimp, crawfish. Crawfish are definitely up there.
That's got to be in your top 5.
Oh yeah, I'd say there's steamed crabs. Let's see, barbecue ribs, of course, and I'd say the crawfish or like the seafood medley with like the crawfish, the clams, like that whole dish.
That's number 3.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, and also number 4, and probably also number 5.
I'm surprised ribs beat that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Blue crab's always number 1. But man,
from the day you die.
From a young age, my Uncle Billy used to make barbecue ribs, and they were I think there's a piece of nostalgia as well.
Okay.
Anytime I would go to visit him and we go to baseball games, we would always go to the same like rib joint. And I was a young kid at the time, and I went with my Uncle Billy and his buddy Joe, so I felt like I'm one of the guys. So there's a little nostalgia there as well. But I've just had some ribs that I've had were okay, and some that I've had like that's what I base it on. Like this is incredible. Like the whole aspect of it, just smooth and buttery and delicious and rich and sweet and really, really good. Cabbage.
Love it.
But this salmon that he had was awesome. The flavor was really great. We were talking about it earlier. It filleted perfectly. It was really like the texture was there. It wasn't mushy, but it wasn't too hard. It wasn't gelatinous.
It wasn't dry.
Yeah, it wasn't dry at all.
And I also think I made a comment to Jess, but like if you looked at the salmon, it was a good piece of salmon.
Yeah,
because a lot of the time, a lesser quality, you'll have that like white stuff in between each of the fillets.
That's right.
I looked for that, and I didn't see it at all.
That was one of the things we talked about not too long ago, just a couple minutes ago. We were talking about how a lot of it is about the quality of the protein that you use. Like if you get a terrible piece of meat, your outcome is not going to be a great piece of meat.
Exactly.
Unless you find some magic way to do it, and if you do, let me know. But from my experience, like any competitive barbecue people, any people that are in the business, they're always going to tell you that it starts with the quality of the ingredients that you use, period. Yeah. And the next, I would say, the quality of the tools that you use. You know, and like if you don't have the right tool, what are you doing? You know,
can't put a dress on a piece of dirt.
No, man, it's not going to work. So the quality of the proteins that Sam used on Friday night they were impeccable. Like I didn't get to try the pulled pork because we left just before they opened that whole thing up.
I didn't either.
I didn't get to try that.
Oh, that's right, because the timing thing was off a little bit for him.
Yeah. So the only thing that we were able to we tried everything else but the pulled pork, but the ribs, the salmon, the macaroni and cheese, even the charcuterie, the like everything. The Brussels sprouts were awesome. Like
bro, I murdered
really good.
Murdered that prosciutto.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I had to slow myself down. I'm like, other people are going to want prosciutto, Jay. Just slow down.
He was the DD of prosciutto.
Oh, man.
That's right. It was really, dude, the charcuterie boards looked fantastic. They looked really good. And that peach jam
I have
was
pictures.
Awesome. Oh, we're in the G Drive folder. So if you drop them in there, we'll just naturally run right into them. So it didn't take very long for these Brussels sprouts to get to this point. But you could see some of the individual external flakes that got smoked and a little crispy. Some of my absolute favorites, man. Like they're really, really, really good when you start to kind of get through the different layers of Brussels sprouts and how they're made. How do you guys make your Brussels sprouts? If you make Brussels sprouts, how do you make them? Do you roast them? Do you grill them? Do you saute them? Do you put them in the microwave? Do you steam them? Do you smoke them? Do you fry them? Do you grill them? What do you do? Because I want to know. I like them. I like them grilled. I like them roasted. I like them smoked. These are roasted. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely incredible. And I would eat those Brussels sprouts all day long. Oh, there we go. Great shot of the painting. Nice shot. I didn't know we got one of those. That's beautiful. Another skill of Smokin' Sam Orton. He made this.
Bro, I got the impression that night that he just tries things and then kills it.
Good at it. He's just great at it.
All right, I'm gonna
do this.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah. Oh, I'm awesome at it. Cool. Next,
I'm gonna build a sink. Done. I'm gonna panel for a refrigerator. Finished. No problem. I'm gonna paint a mermaid tail on the wall in my daughter's room, like 8 feet tall. Done. No problem.
Wow.
And hey, let's go ahead and make this. No big deal. So this was a great shot of a piece of artwork that Sam put together. Just super, super cool, man. Really, really beautiful. And he's so humble about it. Oh yeah, man.
I just painted it.
I just put that together. I watched a YouTube video. It was just sitting in the garage.
He said he actually painted it along with a Bob Ross show
like
or
video
like
or something
video,
like that. Yeah. And like, dude, there's sometimes that I could do something at the same time somebody else is doing it, and I mimic it. It would take me a while to do that. That ain't me, baby. Like he did such a good job. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that's as soon as I saw it, I was like, bro, we got to talk about that on the show. That looks fantastic. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah.
I mean, it's just
sure.
a painting.
Yeah. To you, yeah. To Sam, everything's just this.
Yeah,
it's just this. It's just this.
It's just my smoked ribs, man.
Yeah, it's just cheese and milk and butter and a macaroni and cheese roux that I made personally over the last 2 decades, and I combined with the perfect number of macaronis and put it in the grill, the perfect temperature. It's no big deal.
Dude,
it's
that
just
mac and cheese tasted like straight smoked Gouda.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's right.
If you've never had smoked Gouda, you have not lived.
That's right. It was Gouda. Oh, what a great shot. And again, one of Sam's many skills. I mean, the dude is just such a skilled dude, is so down to earth, so chill, just a happy guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, like I haven't met many people like Sam. I just have.
These are mine.
Nice. Here we go.
Just in time.
Just be working the phone. There's Dee Dee being super judgmental. There's Patricio drinking his half Fanta, half rum.
Half. That's generous.
3/4 rum or 3/4 Fanta.
Dude, after like the third person that I saw do that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
I feel like an idiot drinking my LaCroix
I
was
like, why is everybody drinking Fanta? I'm so confused. But then I got it. I was okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow.
They polished off the handle of Captain Morgan.
Oh, they didn't play around. I was a little slow there. I was like, I'm so confused. Why is everybody drinking pineapple Fanta? I don't get it. I mean, I'll drink it, no problem. But everybody's drinking it. Like, what's going on here?
Yo, that's a thing.
Yeah,
pineapple Fanta is a thing. Like one of my buddies, Raheem, at work, he gets one out of the soda machine at work every day.
Really?
Every day. Oh, now, granted, they're $1.50 there, and they're like $2.50 at the store.
Oof.
But like, I see those everywhere now. Like, everybody loves pineapple Fanta.
I'm gonna have to try one.
It's got to be good.
Ooh, good shot. Look at this. We got the smoked brie with the peach jam and the show going on. That the show is showing the peach jam that we're showing on the show right now.
Is that the fourth wall?
So many walls. That's the smoked brie again, 250 degrees, and it too. Jess and I were talking about earlier. It had the taste of the smoked proteins, so you could taste that smoky flavor, like the ribs and everything that was in the smoker, made it into this brie as well. Like everything just kind of culminated together, and eaten with a fresh French baguette that Sam had flown to France and made with French water. That day, and then flown back with that French baguette. That's not true. But if anybody would do it, he would definitely do it. And that was that smoked brie. And again, I said, how long did you cook this for? He's like, oh, I don't know, man. It's just brie. And I'm like,
Jesus.
Walks through, bro. He's like, just watch it. Once it starts to melt, you're good.
It starts leaking onto the pan.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Take it off because you can eat all that bread, all that brie.
I was scooping that. Yeah. I was scooping it up.
All that brie coming out from the
So
bottom.
good.
That's a great shot. I love that. What a great action shot. Is that the portrait?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really. Oh, Lily, look at the cutest baby in the whole wide world.
I got a couple pictures of her.
What a
that
cutie
was right
patootie.
after the chair that she has her hand on was underneath the table.
I remember that.
Right?
I remember watching this happen.
Lily stands on the side of the chair just like this, and with both hands pushes it like 8 feet.
Yeah.
Just starts walking,
right in
smiling.
front of Jess.
And then now this is right after she did that. She looks over and she's like so proud.
I did this.
Like I just moved that whole
I
chair
moved this
all by
Look
myself.
how big this is.
I thought it was hilarious.
Imagine us moving something relatively that size to us. Like say she's 6 feet tall. That chair is 20 feet tall. You know, that's like us moving a 20-foot tall chair. I would feel proud as shit.
Right?
I'd be like, I moved that bitch. Lily's so happy. She's like, yes. But yeah, she pulled the chair out from underneath the table and pushed it 8 feet across the kitchen floor and set it pretty much right in front of Jess and then turned around and posed for this picture. This is what I did.
Yeah.
This is what I did. Look what I did.
It's great.
Like, she's such a cutie patootie, man. Just an absolute fan. Look at that smile. Look at those 2 little chompers on the bottom. She's such a cutie. She was fantastic. What great energy. What a beautiful little baby. Oh, good shot, dude. Nice shot, man. Here's Becca and Jess B standing in the back, and this is just a...
just some fruit.
Yeah, just some fruit. I like this little rose gold thing that Erin had going on in her kitchen.
I like to get just random pictures that have nothing to do with the show, just to give you a feel for where we are. And
what,
like
the environment and stuff like that.
In,
sure. Yeah, I like that. This is a great shot. That's really good. There's that portrait. There she is again. Man, Lily's a little model. Look at her. That's awesome.
She kind of got her shoulder forward a little bit, like
just leaning down. Hey, being a little, being a little troublemaker here. Oh, there we go. Good shot, dude. With the charcuterie in the back, I like it.
There,
Look at that, so pretty.
I thought the cabinets looked really good.
Yeah, the blue on the blue
in front of the flowers.
There's Connor in the back left with his shirt on. He was too cool for school. He didn't want to hang out, but he didn't want to not be there to hang out.
He was sleeping on the couch by the end of the night.
I'm here. I'm cool though.
I don't want to miss anything.
I like Connor. Connor's a good dude, man. Good luck with soccer, bro. He's a left wing. Keep it up, bro. That's right. Good shot, dude.
Look at that prosciutto.
You're like, I'm pretty much just looking at the prosciutto right
That's
now.
Exactly
Everything
what's
else just
happening
happens
right
to be there.
Yeah. I don't need any of that other stuff.
Just give me this right
that whole
here.
I probably ate all of that prosciutto.
Oh man, it looks so good. Fantastic. Again, this is great. This is when we just got there. This is before anything got really kind of messed up.
We hadn't even set up at this point.
Yeah, great shot, man. Really, really good. Were those banana peppers? What are these right here in the left-hand corner? Ooh, delicious. Were these almonds in the middle? They look like almonds.
Well, almonds. Got some grapes on the left. Some salami.
The bacon jam. That's what I didn't have. I didn't have any of that either.
It was all right.
I didn't have any of that either. Great shot.
I pretty much only ate cheese and prosciutto from the charcuterie boards, and I didn't feel like either of those needed some kind of jam.
Jam. Another great shot, dude.
And the little pickles. I love those pickles.
I had one of those. There were 3. No, there were 2. Yeah, I had one. It was delicious. Nice, dude. Good shot. I love that portrait mode on iPhone. iPhone don't play. There we go.
This is when they were dancing?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We got patio furniture in the back slicing Brussels sprouts. And that's when Mama Floyd was like, yo, if you're going to cut those Brussels sprouts, cut it to the beat of the song. What are you doing? It's like, all right, here we go. Showing that smoked brie right there. Oh, man, that brie was so good. That was absolutely fantastic. There we go. Walk us through it. This is me trying to get the details from Sam and him saying the word just like 10 times.
It's just brie, man.
Like, walk me through this. It's just cheese.
That's it.
It's like, bro, walk me through it. Like I'm a second grader. Walk me right through it. I want all the details.
I've never seen this before in my life.
Never seen this. No idea what's going on here.
Tell me.
Yeah. So humble.
Yeah.
Just super, super, super humble. This is him getting tired of me asking him questions about the brie.
A lot of times when you're really good at something, like it's
no big deal.
It's just normal for you.
Yeah, like, oh, here you go.
Like for you writing a song, it's just like, I
had an idea in my mind.
I put it on paper. Like, what's the big deal?
There we go.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But like, trying to do a show here.
Yeah. And I have no idea how to do that and where to start, where he got the brie, how he picked the jam.
I want to know.
Like the peach jam. Why'd you go with peach? Was it on sale, or did you think that the peach would go with the brie some way? You know, like knowing that it was going to smoke. Like, how did that all work together?
It totally went with the brie.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, man. 100%. Man, you like those charcuterie boards, bro.
I was.
He was hungry.
Yeah.
This is Aaron. What kind of bullshit I'm going to say next? What kind of bullshit is he going to say next? She's like, yeah, here we go. She was great. There she is. She's like, yep, there it is. There it is. That's the bullshit he was going to say next. I thought that's what he was going to say. She was awesome on camera, man. She was so funny. She was just like, and the more and more she got into it, like she was just getting real close to the camera, like a little kid, like they've never seen a camera before. Like, what is this?
Oh, she got real comfortable.
She got real comfortable.
She got real comfortable.
Nice shot, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that chandelier.
When they sell the house, this is going to be one of the shots that you see on like the realtor website.
Yeah.
Like, here's a shot of the kitchen. Yeah. This is good.
It was really hard to get the lighting right on that because I'm right by the light bulb.
Yeah. I kept trying to wash everything out. It was just getting too bright. And there's her custom kitchen. That's right. Erin wanted a blue kitchen. She got a blue kitchen. It was really good. A beautiful, nice shot. There's that smoked brie with that peach jam on it again, dude. So good. Just awesome, man. Friday night was a lot of fun. The food was incredible. It was really, really good. And like Sam, he crushed it. We didn't get to try the pulled pork. We left just before that. But everything else was just out of this world, man. And the ribs, we talked about this, that didn't need any sauce. What he did, the rub that he used, what he used with the honey, the way he crisped everything up, the texture, the smokiness of it, it lived on its own. It was awesome. You didn't need any barbecue sauce. Now, granted, I'm a huge fan of barbecue sauce. Not that I wouldn't put barbecue sauce on it, because I'll put barbecue sauce on pretty much anything. However, it didn't need it.
If I ate smoked ribs more often, I probably would have put barbecue sauce on it for like my second or third bite. Yeah. But like I don't have smoked ribs very often. Like normally and I don't eat ribs very often at all. So normally they're just grilled or whatever. How I don't know how you cook ribs.
Yeah.
But because they were smoked, I wanted to taste that smoke. I didn't want anything
that control.
I didn't want anything covering it up. I wanted I want the meat and I want the smoke. Give it to me.
It looked awesome. It was really tough because when you first brought it out, like we smelled it immediately. We smelled pretty much everything immediately. We smelled the Brussels sprouts right away. Like immediately, I'm like, yep, those are Brussels sprouts. Yep. Whoop, that's salmon. Whoop, those are ribs. Like it was good. Sam did a great job. Really, really, really good job. And the food was awesome, man. And again, aside from the food, just Aaron and Sam and Lily and Patricio and Jess and like everybody was there. Super cool. Becca was really great. Kyle was super cool. Everybody was really nice. Dee Dee's a troublemaker. We're fighting Dee Dee. It's okay if you see this. There's no problem. Reach out to me and be like, what are we fighting about? And I'll tell you. If you don't care, then you won't see this. And you won't care anyway. But either way, it's going to be a fantastic conversation. But it was good. I thought we had a good time, man. Then we got to meet Ed, Grandpa Ed, and Lily. Just so
Friday.
Cool. Yeah, it was a successful Friday, man. We had a lot of fun. I don't think did we miss anybody? Did we get everybody? From Friday? Yeah, from Friday. Was that everybody? I think that was everybody. There were a couple of people that came in after the show ended. Got Dee Dee.
Yeah, I didn't meet those individuals.
Yeah, there were a couple of people that came in. We were kind of packing up. We were kind of in the middle of kind of departing at that time anyway. But again, a great crowd. Everybody was really sweet, man. We had a good time on Friday. It was a fun show, good food, and it was educational. I learned a lot. I took a lot from Sam that night. I learned a lot. Not only about just mac and cheese, but about the brie, about the ribs, about the smoke, about the wood, about the temperature. Like
I'd never heard of anyone making a roux for mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I always thought roux was for soups.
And at first saw him doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is new again.
What's that?
Yeah, what are you doing? He's like, it's just this. So it was a good Friday night, and then we moved on to Saturday. Saturday was a busy day.
The culmination of me checking the release date for like 2 years straight.
Years. And we talked about it how many times on the show. Like, first it was supposed to come out in 2019. It got pushed to 2020, got pushed to 2021, then finally got pushed to May 2022, which here we are.
I think there was a release date of January 2022 as well. But anyway, May 27th.
Yeah.
My sister's birthday. Yep. Happy birthday, Aaron.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
We went Saturday. We got to see Top Gun Maverick.
Yep, we got a whole row. 12 of us went.
Great.
Everybody showed up.
Great sequel,
dude. Awesome. Awesome.
Now, normally in a sequel, you have some tie-ins, and they're normally pretty obvious. Like, all right, I get that. But there was a very subtle one. That not everybody got.
Yeah. Talk about the penny one.
I loved that
immediately.
I loved that, and only because I had watched it 3 times this past week. I was like, Penny Marshall.
Yep.
As soon as they said Penny, I was like, no shit.
She said to him, "What have you been up to?" And he said, "Upsetting admirals." I went, got it. Got it. Yeah. Jess and I were talking. She goes, okay, so I have one question.
And I go, oh God, he's like, is something wrong?
So you all right?
I go, something is wrong.
She goes, I have one question about the movie yesterday that I just don't understand. And I was like, okay. So then she asked.
I was like, all right. He was like, is everything all right?
Everything good?
All right. And I go, no.
It's not. What's going on?
What's wrong? I go, who the fuck is Penny?
Who is Penny? How do we tie Penny into this? And I was like, well, let me tell you.
Goose he mumbles her name under his breath.
Yeah.
One time in the first movie.
That's it.
I love that.
Listen,
Jennifer Connelly is a baddie.
This is why you watch movies with captions.
She's a hottie.
This is why you watch movies with captions, kid. Good night, Gallagher. Later, dude. So yeah, man, awesome little tie-in. There were a bunch of those, and I think they did such a great job of continuing the story in real time than the first Top Gun. They didn't try to change the plot. They didn't try to change the people. They didn't try to change the characters. Like, it was almost as if we literally woke up 36 years later and watched part 2. Yeah. Like, everything that they did, from who Maverick was as a person, who he was as a pilot, who he was as everything, a teacher. He even said for Top Gun he was only there for like a season, 2 seasons. That was it. He's like, I was only there for a year, and he was gone because he's Maverick. Yeah. You know, like, what's up, Alyssa? So I thought Ed Harris was fantastic. John Hamm was fantastic. Miles Teller was fantastic. The casting, Jennifer Connelly was great. Like, everybody did such a good job.
Casting Miles Teller.
Yeah.
That was a stroke of genius.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Great,
and
man.
him in front of the piano, and having him play the song and everything.
Yep.
Man, that got me.
There was a couple times I was like, if I allow myself, I could cry right now. There was a couple times. It was really, if you guys have the opportunity to see it, go see it. If you have an opportunity to see it twice, go see it twice. Go see it. We saw it on the biggest screen we could possibly see it on in the local area here, which was the IMAX at Regal, the Regal IMAX at Point Orlando, which is 6.5 stories. It fits an amazing amount of people, and we had the entire row of H. And now I will fight you if we go to see the same movie. H is the row you want if you go to an IMAX theater. That's just my personal preference. You can see wherever you want to see. But for me, if you're too close, you got to pan. You got to look at what's going on here, and you're going to miss what's going on here. Like, if you're too far away, I don't feel like I'm fully immersed in the experience. I want it to take up all of my bandwidth. Yeah. As much as possible without me having to like pivot.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want any of the screen in my periphery.
Yeah.
I don't want any border in my vision.
Yeah. H. For me, H.
H is the that's it.
Yeah. The audio was awesome.
H is the place.
Oh, man. H is the place. The audio was awesome. Like, when the thrusters kicked in, the afterburners kicked in, the rumble in the theater, like, it just shook your body, dude. And they did such a great job of capturing those different frequencies. As an audio engineer, like, I was just amazed by it. And it was so cool. Like, the camera angles, the way and I never really paid attention to when you brought it up in the first one, when they're in the cockpit, it's them in the cockpit in a blurry background. Not this time, baby doll. That background was real. Like, they really flew these planes.
Yeah, to your point with the sound, man. Like, the big screen, well, yeah, it'll keep you immersed in the movie more. But like, visually, I can be immersed in this TV right here,
for sure.
But then you add that thundering sound.
Yeah.
Like, there's an F-14 right there.
Yeah. Ooh,
like,
yeah.
It was
awesome. There was an F-14 tie-in. You guys will see it. Like, it was awesome. There were a couple moments I'm like, okay, something's about to. This.
Oh gosh, we haven't given anything away, have we?
No, not yet. Just teasers. Good stuff though, man. You guys got to check it out. You got to check it out. The Penny thing happens in the very beginning. If you haven't seen the first one, it's not going to matter anyway. If you see the first one, you're gonna be like, I get it. I get that. That's funny.
Yeah, there was a couple people that went with us that had seen the first one and didn't. I mean, including Jess, didn't see the Penny thing.
Yeah, it's
so many times. We watched it 2 weeks ago on a Sunday.
Yeah, as soon as he was like, we're gonna need to get you a microphone. They can't hear you. No, it's okay. I feel like they're disconnected when we talk. We got to get you. There should be a wireless microphone right down there and a couple batteries. If you're gonna chime in, we need to capture it. Although then all that knowledge and intrigue and information just kind of goes away, and it's just the Commodore and I staring off into place. How many microphone holders do you need on this? 37 microphone holders on this guy right here. So let's
Top Gun Maverick. Batteries. Loved it.
Go check it. You got to check it out, man. You guys got to go see it. Go see it wherever you can. If you could see it in an IMAX, if you're in Central Florida, Go to Point Orlando, see it in the IMAX theater.
Row H.
You were literally like...
Row H. Go see it. Go do it.
Oh yeah, did you see me the whole time?
I was dialed in.
I didn't even put my arms on the armrest because I didn't want to put my arm up there and there's somebody else's arm there and then I get distracted.
Not
I
at
had
all.
my hands. I sat in the exact same position for the entire freaking movie. I purposely didn't take any soda, no candy, no popcorn, nothing. I kept my hands on my legs the entire time and I just stared at the screen.
Yeah. I didn't want to blink. I didn't want to do anything.
Nope.
And I love Jimmy. Jimmy kept like saying things to me and like, oh, hey man, this and this, and I'm like, yeah, I got it, yeah.
There was somebody in my close proximity that kept burping and I kept smelling it, and it was gross. But
was it Rowan?
Like the Homer burp?
I don't want to call anybody out.
It was probably Rowan.
You're like not gonna call.
Closer. Yeah, you're on. You got to get close. Small game. Yeah, she's on. Small game. Tiny game. You got to get close. It's a rich voice.
You're not going to call out a child.
There you go.
I never said it was a child.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Rowan.
No, so when we woke up in the morning, I was like,
Closer.
After seeing Top Gun, I was
there
like, hey,
you go.
hang on 1 second. I was like, Billy, I'm upset.
Yeah, she was upset. I was like, what's
wrong?
going on?
What's wrong? Did I do
What's
something?
up? What happened?
And I said, no.
No.
I was like, who is this girl?
Who is Penny?
Who is she?
Who is Penny? Penny Marshall.
Yeah.
The Admiral's daughter.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to get another chick to play the love,
might as well be Penny,
love,
dude.
It might that's a great way to continue the story.
Dude, another one of my favorite parts, not a spoiler, when he is leaving her house and he jumps down and he lands on the ground and stands up and looks in the window and the daughter's like, I was like, don't break her heart again. I was like, oh, Tom Cruise getting called out.
One of the few times that I actually verbally like said something very loud in the movie was when she walks inside and leaves the door open.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
Dude, I think all of us did. Everybody at least in our row, we were like, whoa.
Literally when that happened, like you were so far down the row from me, I went.
Yeah.
But you didn't look over because you told me before we went in, you're like, I'm going to have the blinders on. Like, I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
watching a movie like this, dude.
bestie.
Listen, we have waited a long time for this movie. I'm not letting anything distract me. I don't care.
I don't go to movies very often.
Very rare.
He had his hood up.
Yeah. He was focused.
He was focused.
He's dialed in.
Like, I'm here with you, but like we're not together.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing could have been burning down. And as long as the Commodore was okay, he would have moved. That's okay. No, but their exits are here, everywhere. I'm right here. This is where I am. I'm watching a movie.
If the movie's not stopping, I'm not moving.
Listen, if they stop the movie, that's different. But if they don't, I'm staying right here. Like, if they don't stop the movie, I'm not in danger.
Precisely.
I don't have to pay attention to anything else until the movie stops. Then there's a problem.
Yeah,
but if there's not, this is what we're doing right here.
It's very much like the party don't start till I walk in.
It was
like the antithesis of that. Which is like the party don't stop till I'm done watching this film.
Precisely.
The fire can burn when I'm ready.
Yeah.
Not
like,
yet.
I want to talk about this with you in depth, but not
right now.
And it was good. Like the length of the movie was really good. The duration of the movie, the plot points, the way they tied everything in together. Like, not to give any spoil, it was awesome sequel.
Yeah.
And even all the reviewers were like, "Yo, the sequel's awesome. It could be the best sequel. It's the blockbuster of the summer. This is what we've waited for. This is exactly the sequel Top Gun needed."
And there were so many things in the movie that showed Maverick's character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, just
absolutely
defined him,
who
like,
he is as
who
a
he was
character
in the first
yeah.
movie, and then like he did certain things in the movie. I was like,
yeah. That's what Maverick would do.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So much of that.
And you can see like the relationship between him and Miles Teller, who played Goose's son Rooster, was probably one of the more emotional plot points and connections planned. But they did such a great job of bringing it to the screen. Like, it could be written one way, but it doesn't always translate the way the writers properly imagine it. And I thought they crushed it. Watch the relationship between those two was so awesome. I think, for me personally, it was a little bit of therapy to watch that happen and to watch that relationship unfold and build. Because, dude, if you guys haven't seen the first Top Gun, I mean, 36 years ago, spoiler alert, somebody dies, and it ain't Maverick.
Yeah, there was a point where I got a little choked up.
Yeah.
And it was when Maverick was explaining to Penny why he did what he did.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
that was really good. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah,
so.
it was really good. Go see the movie.
Go see the movie.
Then come back and tell us you saw it. Then we can all talk about it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, without giving anything away, the thing I want to ask you about is like, what do you think, with regard to like a physicality standpoint, do you think it was realistic of like that a person of that age could perform the feats that he performed without giving anything away?
Are you talking about Maverick?
Maverick.
Are you talking about in a plane or out of a plane?
Both. I mean, like, truly, the beach scene is one thing, but also like to sustain that, like from a physical standpoint.
No, I get it.
What do you think?
I totally think it's feasible because he's a balls to the wall. He's not gonna be. They say in the movie, you're not gonna be happy unless you're on fire and like going at Mach whatever.
Yeah, your hair's on fire.
And he's been doing that for 36 years.
And he was a test pilot. They introduced that in the very beginning of the movie, that he's still testing a supersonic jet that's trying to break Mach 10. So this guy is still at the top of his game physically and mentally. Yeah. You know, like he's flying faster than, even he says it, he's the fastest man on the planet.
The thing
no
that
spoiler,
I thought was
that happens at the very
little
beginning.
Unrealistic is that the other flyers in the very end were made it through the same stuff.
They did.
I was like,
now, one of the things that they did say in the movie, and they say this in the trailer, again, not a spoiler, she's like, we're the best of the best. Who is going to teach us? They were all Top Gun pilots. So, like, you're not working with amateur pilots. You're working with some of the best pilots in the world already, and they were young. Mm-hmm. Like, and you look at some of these pilots, and they're probably in their early to mid-20s. Yeah. You know, and just, like, the physicality of them, like, was just awesome. Like, how cool would it be to be Miles Teller in real life and be like, hey, you just landed the role of Rooster in the Top Gun sequel? What the shit? Wow. And you're going to get to fly real planes because Tom Cruise don't play.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And we're gonna need you to work out a little bit.
Yeah. Bro, he was in great shape.
They all were.
How comfortable are you on a beach in jean shorts?
In jean shorts. We want you a little sandy and sweaty.
A little sweaty.
We're going to give you some glasses with just the mustache.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Just like Goose.
Be hot.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
But it was awesome. We definitely recommend you guys go see it. I can't wait to go see it again. I want to go see it again. It was.
You guys want to go right now?
It was.
What are we doing?
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Let's look at movie
time.
Bye.
We had a really great time, and I got to say, the crew we went with was awesome. Mm-hmm. We went with Demeters, Brian, Lindsay, and Rowan, which are really great. Zach and Alyssa came with us. Michael Conway, he joined us as well. Jimmy Thomas joined us as well. We had Jared Smith join us as well. Like we had John Haverson join us as well. You know, myself, the great Commodore GSP. There were 12 of us. We took the entire row. Yeah. The entire center row, we had all of it, which is kind of crazy because in my mind, I think, how small of an area can 12 people fit into? Pretty small. But then I looked, I'm like, we have this entire row and all the way down to this end. And I looked, I'm like, really? That's 12 people? Now, you got to remember, in the IMAX theater, dude, these chairs are no joke. Like they're awesome. They're huge. It's like you're sitting in a recliner with like solid oak armchairs.
I wanted to hold hands, and it was just like we were so far.
We're 5 feet away from each other. Hello, pass me the popcorn.
I was like, hey, do we have popcorn? Hang on 1 second.
Hold on. Yeah, we had like a conveyor belt. I just put it on the belt and hit the button. Ding. It was awesome.
I mean, we were logistically closer. We were 3 people apart. It was the Demeters. And I couldn't see you.
You were on the other side of the Demeters?
Yeah. That was it. We were 3 people. That's how big the seats were. We were 3 people apart.
Oh, wow.
It was Brian. It was
you were like all the way at the other end of the row.
Yeah.
I kept being like this.
Yeah, it felt like you were in the front of the bus and the back of the bus.
You were so far away, like legitimately.
It was awesome, and you guys got to go check it out. We went with a great crew. Everybody got there on time. We saw each other on time. Everybody got sat on time. Right when the movie started, everybody shut up, and you heard that bong.
I loved that awesome. they put that whole first scene was like exactly like, and
great
like,
synopsis.
You don't want the whole movie to be like that, but to start it off like that, it's like it's very nostalgic.
Yeah. They did a great job of taking the viewer, I felt, because I'd seen the first movie, and putting them back in the emotional state they were in when they watched the first movie, and they did it in a span of 30 seconds.
That's what that first scene did.
You know, like they just grabbed you and teleported you right back to how you felt when you watched the first movie and put you in that, so the continuation of it felt natural. It was really good.
We haven't even touched on Val Kilmer, but I feel like we shouldn't say anything.
That was awesome. You guys got to see the movie, man. Go see the movie. Go watch Iceman. That was one of the more emotional parts for me.
Yeah.
There were a couple of parts where I was like, oof, that got me. I was like, damn, that was awesome. Again, great tie-in. awesome to see the continuation. Val Kilmer's in there. They brought Iceman is in the movie. If you do a little research on how Val Kilmer actually took part in that movie, and you look at the technology behind the scenes, it's even more heart pounding of how they did it with the technology. So if you guys don't know this, Val Kilmer had an emergency tracheotomy. He was diagnosed with throat cancer. He had an emergency tracheotomy, and he lost the power of his voice. 100%. That's real. That's in real life. He is not capable of speaking anymore. He's lost his voice 100%. He speaks through a computer. So what they were able to do is they were able to go through all of the content of Val Kilmer's movies and record his voice, and then make it so it's his age. So they aged his voice, based it on the vernacular of all of his movies, and in that movie gave him his voice back for that movie so he could talk.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's real. That's not movie. That really happened. Go look that shit up right now. And he was so happy to be back in the movie that he literally called and said he was like almost to the point of Val Kilmer. He was begging, I want to be a part of this movie. Val Kilmer, if you know the history of Val Kilmer, he's been involved in he was one of the best movie stars on the planet. And what they said he was very difficult to work with. And in his later years, he was like, I was difficult to work with. And that's why you started to kind of see him go away and fall out of movies, because he was a very, very difficult person to work with. He was so humbled. He wanted to be part of this so bad. As soon as you reach out and Tom Cruise found out about it, Tom Cruise was like, yes, you're in. We're going to figure this out. We will give you your voice back. And they figured it out. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
It harkens back to that scene in Talladega Nights where Will Ferrell says, call Tom Cruise, uses witchcraft to get the fire off me.
Yeah.
I think he used his witchcraft to get Val Kilmer's
call
voice
Tom
back.
Cruise!
Someone call Tom Cruise. Tell him to use his witchcraft to get my voice back.
Tom Cruise is a motivated motherfucker.
Yeah.
If he wants to make it happen, he's going to make it happen.
That's what Miles Teller said. He said, and I feel like when you tell Tom Cruise he can't do something, that's when he goes to work.
Cancer just wounds in disguise.
Yeah, and Jerry Bruckheimer said, listen, you can't, you have never seen an aviation movie like this ever. You probably will never see an aviation movie like this ever. And when you're talking about Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, they've put out some smashes. Now, Don Simpson passed away quite some time ago. So if you notice, the Don Simpson and the Jerry Bruckheimer logo is 2 lightning bolts coming down. When that stopped and Don Simpson passed away, Jerry Bruckheimer continued the logo, but it's only 1 lightning strike. So you could see the evolution of that. And then Jerry Bruckheimer started his own production company and continued to work forward. But he kept, as an homage to Don Simpson, he kept the lightning strike in. But at the beginning of Top Gun, since Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer produced the first one, he had the original logo in there. I haven't seen that for 20 years.
I noticed it said Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer Productions.
Yeah, and Don Simpson passed away quite some time ago. So I thought that was such a cool little homage that a lot of people aren't going to see. They're not even going to recognize. But to me, I was like, dude, I love this movie already. Yeah. I love stuff like that.
It's the details, man.
Absolutely.
You got me.
I feel like this is one of those situations where you and I are just looking at Billy where we're like, oh man, he realizes some things that we didn't even think about.
Some things.
We'll notice something where it's no, but
probably
we'll notice something. We'll
we watched.
Man, that's interesting, and he's like, so there were 2 lightning bolts, and then there was one.
This is the story of Don
Here's
Simpson.
The story of Don Simpson. And we're just like, oh, that's tight.
Because we haven't seen that for a long time. Another one is gone in 60 seconds. There's a bunch of them, but go check it out. And I thought it was a really good tie-in. And not only did they do that in the beginning of the movie, they did that throughout the movie with the characters, with the personalities, with the character building, with the relationships. What a great sequel. What a great sequel. I've seen some sequels in my life where I was like, bro, you jumped the shark. You just no.
You're trying too hard.
You're trying too hard. This was really good. The moment where, and there's no spoiler, Tom Cruise leaves the bar and Rooster's playing the piano. Bro. That was another moment I was like,
yeah.
I think I got some popcorn butter in my eye. I don't know what it is. But it was so good. You guys got to go see the movie. It was fantastic, man. We don't want to give it all away, but clearly we're doing that. Okay, we're spoiler alert.
I like that because it was really realistic. It wasn't it wasn't overblown. It was just
it was
someone.
Legit.
It was like someone was realizing that someone else had an emotion that person couldn't pinpoint.
Yeah, and a big part of that is like that trauma in real life would still exist. Maverick, as a pilot, would still feel that very way if it was real life. If that was going on, it wouldn't be something. Oh, that happened years ago. It's no big deal.
I think it's cool because it was just sometimes you have a moment.
Yeah,
you're in
absolutely.
Life and you're like, oh man, this
and
is
they showed
really,
it
really
real.
This is familiar.
They showed the vulnerability of the hero. They showed his sensitivity. And I thought it was really good because that's a weight that Maverick, the character, has carried with him since the original Top Gun. And he's carried with him for decades. I mean, clearly Rooster was probably in his mid-20s, 23, 24, 25 in that movie. You know, so Maverick has carried that with him the entire time, and you could still see how it impacted him emotionally, mentally, physically, everything. How he flew, how he treated people, how he worked with people. If you notice, he didn't fly with a navigator. In the test plane, didn't have a navigator. When he flew again, didn't have a navigator. He had one navigator toward a part of the movie, which was another thing that I want to give away. That's when he got his navigator back, which was, again, another really emotional experience for people who are following the plot and knew the movie. It was real. They did such a good job.
All right, we need to stop.
We got to go.
Yeah.
I want to go see this movie again.
Tune in tonight to hear the entire plot of Top Gun because we've got you.
So
Stay
that
tuned
was
for the after hours.
That was Saturday. Sunday, you had a day on Sunday, sir. I thought we were going to FaceTime.
Things didn't go as planned.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We were hoping you were all right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was. So to speak.
What's up, Jimmy? Alyssa said I had to look it up on the way home because it felt too real to just be plot. And she's talking about Iceman.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we didn't FaceTime yesterday, so we were like, oh, is everything all right?
No. Everything's cool. Everything's great.
Everything's kosher.
Everything's great.
Yeah, then today I was like, where's the blower? It was weird. And the edger's missing. And immediately I
was like, yo, did we get robbed?
That's what
I said to Billy. I was like, oh, we got robbed.
Then I came in, I saw the chargers were gone as well. I'm like, okay, we didn't get robbed. Like I was like,
check the cameras.
I'm assuming that the Commodore might have these. And I'm like, you know what? If I was going to have a Sunday like you were going to have, I might want to cut some grass. How much fun would that be?
Bro,
this is awesome.
He has a mower and he has a trimmer. He wanted me to bring the edger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just going to bring it all.
Yeah.
You know, we'll use both. We'll use all of it, right? I get there. I thought I'm just going to edge. No. He wants to, like, on the road, there's no, like, curb kind of solid, like, line where the road is.
Gotcha.
Where he lives.
Okay.
So, like, the grass has grown, like, 2 feet onto the road. And we're trying to cut this back.
Oh, wow.
So I first tried with the trimmer. Because there's no edge, so I can't use the edger because then I'm just hitting
there's
concrete.
no edge. Yeah.
So I tried the trimmer. That was just burning up line. Didn't work. So then I got a flat shovel.
What were you cutting? Was it grass? Was it like weeds? Like what was it?
Grass.
Okay.
It's grass. Shitty grass. But
I
grass.
gotcha.
So then I just got the shovel and I would just
start chopping it off.
Get underneath it and just scoop as much as I could. And I still didn't hit the edge of the road.
Damn.
We were out there for hours. I'm a little sunburnt and I'm pretty tired. But
like
we had a great night.
We started working for the day, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me do this. I go to the pool patio, and I got that blower, and I was like, I need something with a little more power. I got just the thing. So I walked out into the garage, and it was like 404, website not found. And I walk out, I'm like, okay, where could it be? And in my mind, I'm like, is it in the laundry room? And I didn't see it. I'm like, no, because I looked down, there was only one battery. I'm like, okay, so both batteries are gone. Wait, where's the edger? The edger's not here either. And neither is the connection for the weed eater. I'm like, so that's gone. Both batteries are gone. We left the garage door open. Did somebody come and take something? I was like, wait a minute. I came back in there and said, nope, the chargers are gone too. I said, okay, clarity. Let me reach out to the Commodore and be like, yo, do you have these with you? Because I was about to go hunting, dude.
Yeah, I was like, yo, pull up the footage because like people are smart. And he was like, but they took the chargers too. Or they took the batteries. I was like, yeah, of course they did. Do you think they're going to steal some machinery and not take the battery?
But they came in and took the chargers?
Nobody's going to monopolize on an open garage door and then think to go inside. Like, oh, well, I guess they won't notice this either.
We like ran an errand yesterday where we like took something from the garage to my house, and I was like, maybe we didn't close the garage.
Yeah, maybe we forgot something. Who knows, man? We had a pretty good neighborhood, but you never know. Yeah, so Jimmy, I do want to put this up, Jimmy, just because that's today. Jimmy says, please give a shout out to those that gave the ultimate sacrifice on this day. It's a day for all of the armed forces. It is Memorial Day, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the reason that we have the freedoms we have today is because others gave up theirs to defend ours. And so this has been many, many years, that people have sacrificed. They put their lives on the line to defend your freedom and our freedom to be who we are, to go and see cool movies like Top Gun, to go and spend an amazing evening with attorney Aaron Morse, to go and have a really great day together with friends and community and culture, and really enjoy what sacrifice took, what they gave for us to sit here right now and have this conversation. So a huge shout out. That's always incredible to me. Zach Cabral was here earlier. He's ex-military. Sam is ex-military as well. We've had Dylan Morell was in the feed on Friday night, 20-year retired ex-military. And these are all currently people that have given their duty, and thankfully their souls are still with us. They're still with us right now. So we celebrate them on Veterans Day. Memorial Day is for those that have made the ultimate sacrifice and given their life so we can continue to live ours. So most certainly a huge shout out to those that gave the ultimate sacrifice on this day. It's a day for all of the armed forces. And you're absolutely right, Jimmy, from A to Z, absolutely everybody.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, man, that's super cool. We mentioned it in the very beginning of the show, but Jimmy Liberati is currently in the military. So thank you so much for your service, my dude. Greatly appreciated. And he continues to you never know when your day is, and you take a risk every single day. Same with the police officers. Same with everybody. You get up, you do your job every day, and hopefully you come home safe at night. And Jimmy, you, among hundreds of thousands of other men and women, have woken up every single day and put their life on the line for us. So as much as we can thank you right now, we continue to thank you. And for everybody that has given their life and made the ultimate sacrifice, today is your day. It is Memorial Day, and we most certainly extremely thankful for everything that you guys have given for us to be able to appreciate this day to share with you guys. So thank you very much for bringing that up, Jimmy. We appreciate that, man. Big time. Big time, big time. And it was a good day, dude. It was nice. We had a good cookout. The weed eater is not gone. The blower is safe and sound. We are okay. Jespy and I went to see Sharktooth Sam yesterday. Yeah. Awesome. He was voted best of the fest.
I saw that.
Best of the fest.
Best of the fest.
Our good friend Tom, Sharktooth Sam, his lovely lady Christine, Tanya. Sharktooth Sam gave a fantastic performance. It was life, liberty, and happiness about how to be a pirate, what your pirate is, how he discovered his journey, and he educated everybody that was there, from young to old, to embrace your creativity and be your own pirate, which was really awesome. It was an hour long, and he crushed it. He had 4 or 5 different vocal numbers. He sang. He had 5 different songs he had written. He had the whole crowd, yo, ho, ho. It was so awesome. He picked out 2 people in the very beginning. One got a pirate hat. It was like a dad and a son who was also in another Fringe performance themselves. They had their own Fringe show. So they would say yo, and then half of the crowd would say ho, and then the other half of the crowd would say ho. So throughout the whole show, Sam would be like, and he'd be like, yo, ho, ho. It was really good. He got everybody singing along. The interaction was great. Like, it was he got me a couple times too. There were a couple times I was like, what a great storyteller. And it was the story of Tom's life, but churned into Sharktooth Sam, which was so awesome. He talked about his relationship with his father, with his mom, his parents, how he grew up, who Lady Christine is, like how she got involved, his love, his pursuit, who he was as a person. Like, it was a really, really, really good story. Great job. Man. I see why it was best of the fest. I see. And we caught his last show, which was awesome. Absolutely incredible. Mike Conway joined us with McKenna. We got to see Heather Bedore was there. Tanya was there. Jespy and I were there. We drove around for 42 minutes before I found a parking space. Then I had to be a little bit of an a-hole. I try to be very polite when it comes to parking spaces, and I try to give people, hey, man, I get it. No problem. No problem. I understand that.
It was intense.
Very passive. No big deal. I'm like, peace, love, and happiness, baby. However, it got down to the fact where nobody else was being nice, and there was no way I was going to get a spot unless I was a little more aggressive.
And truly, we literally were driving around for
blocks.
28 minutes.
Blocks. Not just that parking lot. We left. We went out to the road. We looked at this road, this block, this parking lot, this building. We're 2-3 blocks down the road. Turn around, coming back. No joke. That's probably underestimating it.
Sometimes you got to be a little aggressive.
So we got back there, and I was aggressive. Like, I called Heather because I'm working on a laptop. What's up, Heather? Where's that charger? I called Heather. I was like, yo, Jess and I have been driving around for 40 minutes. We can't find a parking space. Like, I don't know what to do. And the show starts in minutes, and they don't let you in late. They will not let you in. I'm just going to bounce. So she was like, hey, I understand. She's like, I'm going to see if I can hold the doors for you guys. Like, see if you can just do one more pass and see what you can find. I was like, okay, cool. So I saw one guy backing up, and another guy was just not paying attention. And I was kind of zip right in front of him. And he got mad at me, but he wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So the car backed up. They left. I took that parking space. We went to see the show. We leave. We get out. I find out that parking space I took actually wasn't even a parking space.
You didn't get a ticket, but it was not a parking space whatsoever.
At all.
It was like a crosswalk.
There was a car there, and then when they backed out and left, I took that spot. Now, there was a car in front of them as well, so I assumed we were facing like this.
Well, you didn't get a ticket.
That car wasn't supposed to be there either. I was like, what the hell?
It's very confusing.
It was very confusing, but we parked, we didn't get a ticket, and it was a fantastic show.
Good, I'm glad you got to see the show.
Fantastic show.
What we did after the show, I feel like would be of particular interest to you.
Also true.
Oh?
Mike Conway was like, hey, Just B, do you want to help me pick out some new clothes?
Closer.
I picked out new clothes with Mike Conway. I took him shopping.
Yeah.
Do they fit?
Oh, yeah.
He looked fantastic today.
Yeah?
What's up, Eric Young? It's
like
good to see you, dude.
Fashion show time.
So myself, Jess B, McKenna Carly Conway, and Mike Conway, we went to Target.
Yeah.
And Mike had a budget of $150. He got everything he needed yesterday, minus a pair of shoes, because they have extremely limited choices of Target and shoes.
No shoes for dudes.
No, only women.
Women, a lot.
Women
rows
shoes.
and rows and rows.
Yeah,
Dudes was like, here's an end cap.
Yeah. For $100, we got him 2 pairs of jeans, 1 pair of shorts, and 3 shirts.
Dude,
they all fit.
When he walked in today, Mike looked buff. Yeah? He looked buff. Nice. Bro, he looked like if he unbuttoned a couple top buttons on the polo, like he had a button up with, it was white with flamingos on it. He looked fantastic.
Buddies.
I mean, he was super buff. The shorts looked awesome. Everything fit. The only thing, Mike, we're going to talk about it because it's all about evolution. The next thing are get rid of the tall white socks that he bunches down, like, you know, and the tennis shoes. Got to go. Now, we were going to get shoes yesterday, but we couldn't find any.
I learned a long time ago, you don't need any pairs of white socks.
0.
Unless you're going to the gym.
None.
No man needs to own any white socks.
That many.
I have 1 pair.
0.
Know.
It came in a multi-pack. I never wear them. You don't need get rid of them.
I haven't worn white socks in years.
Yeah.
No reason.
I would like a little bit more information on this at a later date.
That's it. There is no more information.
There's nothing more to say.
I obviously would never be like, oh yeah, take those white socks, pull them all
No
the way
white
up.
socks.
They're fantastic.
Gotta go.
I mean? But like,
don't do that.
Gotta go.
I felt really happy about what we did because I was like, oh man, like he was like super stoked.
It's good.
And he wore like the clothes today that we picked out yesterday.
He did.
And like I could tell he felt good. And we were like, McKenna was in the
Closer.
pool and she was like, Dad, come in the pool. Why are you not coming in the pool? And he was like, I'm not wearing my swimsuit. She goes, but you brought it. Change. And he was like, I'm not ready yet because he liked his outfit so much. He was like, I was like, girlfriend, he needs to do a pass first.
He
needs to do a fashion show.
Yeah, he looked really good, man. And he's so happy.
We
went to Pig Floyd's. That was awesome too.
This is my staple. This is my cheat for almost every freaking outfit. I have a black watch, a black belt, and black socks. Doesn't matter what else I wear.
Everything else goes.
It's all tied in.
It's no problem.
I cheat.
He cheats.
I cheat. Yeah.
It works.
You just accessorize all the time. And you know what? That's why your nickname is Ranch.
Oh, because he always
be dressing.
Because I be dressing, yo.
So we left Target. We went to Pig Floyd's. Fantastic barbecue spot. Absolutely awesome. I got some ribs. The green beans were fantastic. Mike Conway got a brisket sandwich. The brisket looked incredible. Immediately, I was like, yo, the Commodore would love this brisket. It looked really, really good. The ribs were awesome. Awesome. No sauce needed, dude. Like, you didn't need it. I took one bite. I said, this is fantastic. Now, they did have a sauce, and I always like to taste what somebody's sauce tastes like that homemade Pig Floyd sauce. I was like, let's try it. Bloop, bloop. That's incredible as well. It was really, really good.
Pig Floyd's,
yep.
Okay.
Right by Floyd's Barbecue on Mills.
What did I have yesterday?
I don't know.
We had venison meatloaf.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did Mike kill the deer?
Yeah.
Of course he did. He's a man's man.
Of course
That's what men's men do.
Yeah, and Erin doesn't eat venison.
So you guys had
she
venison
tried
meatloaf.
it, but she didn't want any of the meatloaf. She had burgers or whatever.
I gotcha.
But he made like 6 loaves like this big. Freaking amazing.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Amazing.
I do not doubt that for a second.
A little bit of mashed potatoes, a couple of green beans. Shit was good.
Knocked it up, dude.
Great job, y'all.
Yeah, man, that sounds delicious. Nice, dude. And you spent 27 hours trying to knock down the grass at the edge of the road.
Yeah, I earned that venison.
You look tan.
Much like you spent 27 hours trying to fix Heather Bedore's computer yesterday.
Listen, let me tell you, if you're going to give an IT guy a computer to work on, Heather, I love you. Give them the power cable.
Man, I didn't see that coming.
She hands it to me in the car. She's like, here you go. Because I was like, yo, I don't know if we're going to make the show. I can't find parking. Just give me your laptop. I'll work on it for you. No big deal. And then as soon as I'm ready, I'll give it back to you. This is before we had to found a parking space. So she hands me the laptop. She's like, here. And I was like, where's the power cable? She's like, I forgot it. And I was like, she goes, it doesn't work anyway. I'm like, what doesn't work? She's like, none of it works. I'm like, all right.
Drama.
I'm like, yo, Heather, I really need the power cable. So I got back here, and I can fix it. It's no big deal. I know exactly what needs to be done.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do as much as I can.
But you need power.
You need power. So I started doing as much as I can. I figured out exactly what I needed to do. And I was like, yo, I'm going to keep doing this until the battery dies. And so I went and worked. I was like, cool, I need to run this scan. I need to run this update. I need to run this program. Let me run all of this and see if I can get it done before the battery dies. And I messaged her. I'm like, yo, seriously, like, I can't go any further. I need the power cable for this. Like, I don't just have a power cable for your specific laptop at the house. And so she messaged me a link. And she's like, okay, cool. You know, do you want to come pick it up? How do you want to do this? And then she messaged me a link. She goes, I'm just going to get one on Amazon and have it shipped to you. I said, that's fantastic. Here's the address. She goes, it'll be there Tuesday. I was like, great, no problem. But if you're going to give a guy a laptop to work on your computer, give him the power cable. Just going to throw it out there. I know. It's just a detail. Who needs a power cable?
I'm not even an IT guy. That's hilarious.
Hello.
And I like working on computers, you know. So, but it was a good time yesterday, man. It was really cool. We did some shopping with Michael and McKenna Carly Conway, which was great. We hit up some Pink Floyd's for some great food. Worked on Heather Bedore's computer. Came back and we just chilled. We kind of vibe. We went shopping for today. You know, we got some good food. We got some good stuff for today. Got everything kind of prepped as much as we could for Memorial Day. We got up this morning, had some delicious coffee. Worked in the back patio. Got everything squared away. Had a good team. Michael O'Brien stopped by.
Goody.
Michael O'Brien came by. He brought some awesome croissant sandwiches. He brought shrimp. He made fruit salad with this awesome white chocolate mango fondue.
It was
this
yummy.
Glaze. Oh my God.
Billy also bought the perfect watermelon last night at Publix. He
Roger.
spoke to a sales associate who went in the back and specifically chose a watermelon for him. And
there were a lot of watermelons.
Cut it, and he was like, "This is a lot of watermelon. Are you going to eat that much?" And I was like, "Absolutely not. But cut it up and I'll juice it." So I juiced that watermelon. I made watermelon juice.
It was really good.
And then you know what I did with the juice, Commodore?
Did you drink it?
I made watermelon margaritas.
Oh my God.
Which is why I'm on camera right now. Hi.
So it was so we're at Publix. They had a huge bin of all of these watermelons. Jess is knocking on the watermelons, asking them questions. I'm looking at the color of the rinds, trying to figure out what the we're doing. I see Roger. Roger looks like he might be in his mid-60s, and he's putting some fruit up in like the little consumables, so like the plastic of the sliced watermelon. He's putting them up in like the little cooler. And I said, "This is a man who looks like he would know a lot about a watermelon." I said, "Pardon me, Roger?" He says, "Oh yeah." I said, question for you about these watermelons. I only know what I think I know, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information that I don't have. So I was wondering if you would help me pick a watermelon. Like, how do you choose a watermelon? This is what I'm thinking. When I look at this, I think this. And this is what I'm looking at for this color. He's like, actually, when you look at this yellow is good. That's what you want to see. But you want a deep green. He's looking at the watermelon, looking at the watermelon. He goes, "I'll be right back."
He trolled me a little bit. He goes, "Some people knock on them." but I don't. But
he goes,
I don't.
"That's an old wives' tale." He's like,
I don't do that.
I don't do that. He goes,
"I don't do that."
"I'll be right back," and he just disappears behind the entrance.
Into the ether.
Yeah,
Would
the
call
deeper
it.
the green, I think the redder the red.
Yeah,
I think
so
that's the riper.
He walks out with the deepest green watermelon, and he's got it in his arms like he's carrying a newborn child. And he just walks out. He was like, "This is the watermelon that you would want." And I said, "Well, that looks fantastic, man. I'm going to see if I can find one like that in here." And he goes, "No, this is for you."
And he goes, and Billy's like, were you holding that in the back like for yourself for this week? And he goes, "No, I don't even eat watermelon."
But I know what's up.
And I was like, "Okay, I guess we'll see how this goes tomorrow."
So I bring it here,
did know.
put it in the
He
fridge.
knew.
Michael O'Brien comes by, and he's like, "Yo, you want me to slice this watermelon up?" I said, "Yeah, man. Roger said it's the best watermelon." He goes, "It looks fucking good." So like he slices up the watermelon about 5 minutes in. He goes, "Roger was right. This is fantastic watermelon. It is perfect."
That's right, Roger, right there.
Yep. So he sliced up half of it, and then we took the other half. He took the core off the other half, the rind off the other half, diced it up, gave it to Jess. She put it in a blender, added a little lime. I didn't have one of the margaritas. I just had the watermelon with the lime, which was fantastic, super refreshing. That was really good. We have so much watermelon in there. For the love of God, eat some.
I'll make you some watermelon juice if you want to.
We had a good
really
crew
easy.
today, man. Zach Cabral, Dr. Alyssa Rose, Tally and Chris came by. It was great to see Josh and Danny. They came by. Mike Conway came by with McKenna Carly Conway as well. We had such a.
She was the pool police.
Leia got in the pool. She was very good.
What?
She got in the pool. She swam around with me for a little bit, and then she went and hung out with Danny. And Danny takes care of animals anyway. She works with the Sanford Zoo, I believe. So Danny sat on the steps, and Leia just sat with her. Leia didn't try to get away. She didn't try to run. Leia just literally just sat there, just wet with Danny. Was in the pool.
There was one point where she was like so leaned into Danny, and she just went.
Yeah. Bill Keevan came by with Tracy and Eliza. Really good to see those guys as well. Fantastic. Absolutely awesome. The energy was great. They're such good people. It was so good. Everybody brought a ton of food, which was awesome. Michael O'Brien brought some shrimp skewers. He brought some turkey and croissant sandwiches that he had made. He made a fresh fruit salad when he got here. Dr. Alyssa Rose and Zach brought his radio-controlled longboard. Flies 30 miles an hour. He was walking. We had John Haverson stop by today. Mike Haverson stopped by today. So the Haverson bros were here as well. Man, it was cool. We had a good crew. Everybody that said they were going to come by came by, and that really made me happy. That's very rare that 100% of the people that say they're going to come actually show up. But we got such a good crew. Food was really good. The hot dogs, the brats, and the burgers went in a heartbeat. We had a lot. We had a lot of food. Yeah, people always ask me, "Where's the Commodore? What's going on?" Well, like, listen, the Commodore's a busy guy. No, he's doing Commodore things. You know, he had a day. We didn't know, so I was like, he had a day yesterday. He had a day.
I mean, I still had a day.
Yeah.
It wasn't that kind of day, but it was still a day.
Still a day.
Still a day.
Oh yeah, man. It was. We had a good time. It was such a good pool day. Like the weather was gorgeous outside. Like
it was.
Everybody got in the pool.
Hell yeah.
I don't think there was a person aside from John and Mike that didn't get in the pool.
And I think they would have gotten in the pool if they had proper swimwear. Mike.
Listen.
John Haverson goes, I forgot you had a pool.
Let's walk through this.
Oh my God.
So Alyssa says to Zach, Billy's having a pool party. And Zach goes, how can Billy have a pool party without a pool? Let's continue. John Haverson, who physically installed the new clock, which controls the timer for my pool pump, and physically installed the PVC pipe that runs the cabling to the pool pump for my pool, did not know that I had a pool.
I would like to take this time to point out the fact that inattentional blindness is a real illness that it affects millions of Americans every year. And apparently most of them are the ones that we know.
Tally and Chris. Tally's like,
Chris
oh, yeah.
The same thing.
Tally's like, yeah, we're going to go over to Billy's for a pool party. I'm going to get this, this, and this. Chris is like, why are you getting that? What? Billy has a pool? Bro, you've all been in my backyard.
What
Chris has been
more
here.
Than that is people being in the pool and going, this is salt water.
This is salt water.
You've been in here.
This feels weird.
Why
does this taste like salt? I'm like, oh, it's salt water. They're like, it's salt water? So then we started getting into the science of chlorine and salt. Dude, it was fun. We had a good time today. Everybody had a lot of fun, man. It was good. It was a nice. Sarah Shulak and Jordan came by. Awesome to see Kaluos. So awesome, dude. She was so funny. She walked out and I said, good God, if I put my hair down and my sunglasses on, we would look like mirrors of each other. Like if we stood face to face and I had my sunglasses and we both had our hair down, it would look like. If she grew out
her facial hair or if you shaved yours.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. She walked out of my room because she changed. I didn't know she was in there. So like Jess and I are standing here by the door and I'm getting ready to walk out and my door opens up and Billy Floyd walks out of my room.
Because she was wearing she needed a swimsuit top, but she had a KK.
She had like a KitchenKillaz shirt on with her sunglasses and her hair down.
Her hair is the exact same.
I had a little moment of like salvia, where it's kind of like a little bit of a trip, like it's gonna take you out. I was like, boo! I was like, well, the door started to open. I thought, well, it's either Jess or Billy, but Jess and Billy are here. Wait a minute, who am I?
I am Billy and Jess is here.
Hi, Billy. Maybe I'm Sarah. What's happening? It was so funny. Oh, they were great, man. So we had a good crew today. Everybody really had a good time. It was a lot of fun. We got some cornhole. Or beanbag toss, whatever you want to call it these days.
Bags.
So we got that. We have the canopy set up with the couch underneath of it.
And the Reflections Lounge.
Yeah, the Reflections Lounge. We were going to call it the Needles Nook, but that sounded dirty. We didn't think that would work very well.
It was like not super cute.
No, not super cute at all.
Like adorbs.
It wasn't at all. But we had a good time. Everybody had a fantastic. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day to have some friends together. Even with what the day surrounds. Again, a part of the appreciation is to be able to experience the freedoms that people have fought for. So it's like, yes, it is a time to remember, absolutely. But they fought for the freedom for us to spend time with our friends and family. And that's what I think today was about when people were spending time with their friends and family, was putting into practice what so many people gave their lives for, and today was such a great day to do that. Surrounded by family and friends. We all missed the Commodore. We were thinking about getting a 1-to-1 scale cardboard cut out of the Commodore and just carrying him around with us.
Cardboard Commodore.
Better make that shit waterproof.
I'm just saying.
So I get in the pool.
It's like whenever we don't
Only
know
when
where
it's
to put
85
cardboard
degrees.
Commodore, we're gonna put you in the pool.
It was 80. It was 87 and 88 degrees today. The water.
Perfect.
It was very refreshing. It was 98 degrees, I think, outside. So it was spicy, hot. Man.
We were playing
it was spicy.
Pool, like volleyball with the pool, or with the beach balls.
Absolutely, Jimmy Liberati. I'm going to tell you the same thing that Commodore and I have been telling you for 5 years. Yes, whenever you want to come by.
Side note, our 5-year anniversary is August 12th. Everybody's going to be here. Jimmy,
everyone's going to be here,
everybody's going to be here August 12th.
Literally everyone.
You should get your leave. Bring your ass over here.
So it was a good day, man.
Or be square.
Oh, boy. If you're square, you're not around.
It's a circle.
That's right.
It's a circle. Not edges or
not
corners.
Edges, like triangle.
But a circle. Because it goes on forever.
Forever.
Best part of the whole
movie. It was a good day. It was a good week. We have a good week coming up. Tomorrow, nice chill day. It's Tuesday, which is weird. Feels like a Sunday.
I really thought today was Sunday.
Yep. We have a Patreon show on Wednesday. It may be a Castador. We're still working out the details for that. It may be a Patreon-only show at 7:05 this Wednesday. This Friday, Patricio Solano and our good friend Chris right here in this kitchen creating a fantastic TikTok menu item that we are also going to talk about on the Wednesday show, on the Patriot show. I saw a video of it. I fell in love. I licked my screen, and I asked Patricio how we can make that happen. He said, I'm going to grab Chris because he posted it, and we're going to rock this for you because Chris is a fantastic cook.
Sweet.
I said, incredible. Let's get both you sexy bitches in the kitchen. We're going to make this Friday a fantastic evening.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. So we got a good week coming up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. The show ran a little long, but there was a lot to talk about. Top Gun to talk about. I mean, good God, that's a podcast in its freaking self.
Yes.
Go see the movie so we can talk about it and tell us. We want to know all about it. That's it, man. Any final words from Commodore?
No.
I was thinking play a little music video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little DSC.
We got one of those.
We got one of those.
We got a music video.
Any final words for him, Jess B?
Hi, thank you. I was here.
A huge shout out to attorney Aaron Morrison, Smoking Sam Morton, Patricio Solano, the entire crew for Top Gun, the entire crew for our Memorial Day party today. All of our people that have and most certainly lived and died in the spirit of freedom. Thank you very, very, very much, man. We really appreciate it. The entire week was awesome. We're thrilled to have another one coming up this week as well. We're into Monday. We got a show on Wednesday. Fantastic show on Friday. Keep up with us. Patreon members, we have a drawing coming up probably on Wednesday. It's the beginning of the month. We got another winner to pick, kids. We're going to get some brand new swag out to you, some awesome KitchenKillaz merchandise, and we hope you guys tune in with us at Wednesday at 7:05. We'll talk to you guys soon. We're going to play a little music video for you guys, and the Commodore is going to come on here with his incredible voice and say goodbye. So here's a fantastic music video. This is shot at Castador Studios, Kayla O'Brien Media, along with her right-hand man, Stephen with a PH. This is off of our debut album, and this is called Drifts Like Collide. Here we go.
Hey! As shuttles run in circles, silhouetting as they pass me by. On the wall there's prancing ponies, only drifting through this 2D life. Won't you take my hand and trust me? Won't you leave from pain and touch my floor? There's some space that right beside me. I could be just what you're looking for as we drift, slide, collide, explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, to something special. I might join you in your painting if you join me in my 3D world. I'll run up in horizontal prefer you would be my 3D girl as we drift, slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. Collide to something special. Slide, collide to something special. Explode to something undiscovered, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide, grow mountains with rivers running rapid like waterfalls. I'm coming home to you. Slide, collide, explode to something unpredictable, something that could lead my world to love. Slide, collide to something special. Collide to something special. Whoa, whoa, no, whoa. As we drift, slide, collide to something special. Yeah, yeah.
This watermelon is fantastic. Goodbye.